playing twice. No.
Okay.
Why did that happen? Okay, there we go. It's been too long.
I was so confused. That threw me off so much. I was like,
Imagine we just started the live and then immediately went into the outro.
like, bye.
Like, hi,
Well,
bye.
We didn't have an April Fool's joke
That's true.
this year. I didn't do any this year because life has been giving me too many jokes as of late, and that's for real. So I don't know. I think I was finally like, oh, I'm an adult now. Like, no more joking around.
No more yokes.
No.
Yeah, I feel that.
No,
I feel that.
I don't have the capacity to string someone along for an April Fool's joke.
Well, we are back. It's been a while since we've done a community live. We've been pretty busy, to say the least. We've had a lot going on. It's been a lot of fun. We've been doing a lot of things, working on a lot of stuff, whether that be editing, recording, or hopping on and being a part of other live streams. So we haven't had the opportunity to go live for the community in a very long time. And so we have a jam-packed show today. We have a lot of stuff we want to get through, a lot of stuff we want to talk about. But of course, the headline, the main event of our stream today, we'll be talking about a new series that just came out and its debut chapter. This is a series from an assistant of Tatsuki Fujimoto's, of course, the mangaka of Chainsaw Man. And that series is called Centuria. It's a dark fantasy series that, as of this recording, has only one chapter out. A lot of people are calling it a mix of Berserk and Vinland Saga. It's dope, and we're going to talk about it.
Which I think is like exactly what it is.
Yeah, as soon as I finished the chapter, because I saw that comparison first and then read it. Yeah. And after I had finished, I immediately thought, like, that is the most accurate way to describe this series.
I included a link where to read it in the Discord. So if you wanted to check it out, check it out. The chapter itself is a little longer, which is nice because it has a lot to like set up. But yeah, we'll get into it. It is by Toru Kuramori. And like Josh said, it was or is an assistant to Tatsuki Fujimoto. So it's pretty dope. Pretty sick.
Yeah, dude. It was so dope. I'm in my fantasy era right now. I mean, you know, I've always been a huge fan of like fantasy, Lord of the Rings, D&D, all that stuff. But just like with everything, I guess, you know, my passions for things are heightened during certain periods of my life. And right now, like, fantasy is at the top of my fucking list.
And it's funny for me because Berserk got me really into fantasy. Mm-hmm. Before, I think I remember talking to you about it. I wasn't like a really big fantasy girly. Right. I enjoyed it. Like, I like whimsical things. But I wasn't really super into like Lord of the Rings or anything like that. So now getting into this, and it's funny that like you're reading your set of books and I just started actually reading again for the first time in like, I don't know, like fucking 12 years. Like I would never read a book out of my way. It'd always be like for school.
Right.
So this was like a choice. So it's cool. But mine is a fantasy book too. So it's just funny that.
I mean, dude, it's the time of fantasy. I feel like.
Oh, and Freyren.
That's what I'm saying,
and
dude.
Dungeon Meshi. Like, there's so many good fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
There's so much good fantasy stuff right now.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about that as well as giving you some updates on some stuff we've been working on behind the scenes. We're going to talk to you a little bit more about things that we have in the bank in terms of our adulting in anime, like interview episodes, one of which is like so close. The next one is so freaking close to coming out. That, of course, is the episode with Randy Troy. So close to coming out. I would say, you know, no later than like the beginning of next week. But we're going to be updating you on all those things, as well as like talking about some other stuff that's coming out that we're excited about outside of anime and manga. I know Megan's been watching at least one.
I started, hold on. I'm so sorry. I should have had these up. I usually pick like 2 or 3 out of the new season to give a shot. Like I go looking before and I'm like, what's going to be something I would be interested in? And what I'm currently watching, I don't even know if I added them to my anime list. That's why I'm kind of stressing right now. The grandpa, yeah, I didn't add it. The grandma and grandpa one, where they get turned young again. And
you know what that means. You know what that means.
Yeah, they kind of implied that. I forgot who said it, but they said it gets kind of crazier, and I was like, really? Fuck, dude. What else am I?
I mean, you've been staying up to date on Apothecary.
Oh, yeah, I just finished Apothecary because I was a little behind because I was watching the dub, so it just ended.
Yeah.
Which is like, my heart. Like, Freerun ended, and I'm like, okay. But now that one ended, I'm like, oh, shit. Dungeon Meshi I'm still watching that, but.
Yeah, now you just got Dungeon Meshi and this new show, which you said has been fun. It's a show about, you had talked to me a little bit before we started going live about an older couple, an elderly couple that ate something, a devil fruit that makes them young. But you said that there's a storyline, an element of it that you're not very excited about.
Vern just talked about it too. And it's this grandparents anime got incest in it. And that was immediately like, why? Like, why do you have to have them related? It would be funnier if it was like, because like the grandparents have a son and the son has a wife and they have a child, which is their daughter. She's like a high schooler. So like the first thing that happens when she like, they don't really give an explanation of what happened. They're just like, oh, we're young again. That's cool. And they don't even really like stop. Like they don't really like explain to anyone what happened. They're just like, oh, it's us. And they like meet their granddaughter again, and the granddaughter's like, oh my god, like, oh, you guys, like, that's you? And they're like, yeah. And then the next scene is like them on the couch, and like the grandma's over here, and the granddaughter is like holding on to the grandpa and like ogling over her grandpa. And she's like, you're so handsome. And she's like, she's like, Grandma, I have a question. Can I have him? And she's like, no. And then I'm like, okay. But then the mom sees him and does the same shit. So now it's like this like weird, like every time the granddaughter and mom are like all in the same room, it's like just commenting on like the grandpa and his appearance and like wanting to like, I don't know.
Sometimes anime can't fucking help themselves.
Like why even have like, you could have a son, right? And they could be married. And of course it's weird because like that's his wife and like, but they're not related. Mm-hmm. But to have the granddaughter, like just have her be like a fucking person in the community. Why does she have them be the neighbor or something. It would be a lot less weird. Right. But yeah, I'm like,
Kev, what up, Kev? This is horrendous.
I'm so sad. I was like, my heart was like, I don't know. Yeah. I felt like I was like
betrayed.
Yeah, I was like, here we go again, because it looks so cute and it seems so interesting, and I hope it's not like an ongoing joke. Okay, apparently it completely stops. Okay, good God. I'm only on episode 1, so
yeah.
Sounds like Hot D. Hot D. It's like almost expected with Hot D when it comes to that family. Yeah. Like any other family, like it's weird. Oh well, Hot D though, because then the
Targaryens,
but not Hot D. I'm talking about Game of Thrones too. There is incest in there too.
Yeah, but that's just Game of Thrones. That's just Hot D. You know, that's a part of the world, dude. It's I don't know why it's different. I don't know
because medieval.
Because it's medieval, I guess. So that makes it kind of make more sense to me. And in this situation, it's like a I don't know, like an elderly man, and I'm assuming the granddaughter is like probably underage.
She's in high school.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean,
but he's not reciprocating.
Not that even Game of Thrones and like Game of Thrones specifically, like Daenerys, I think was, and some other characters too were underage, and they were going through some rough stuff. But see, again, in Hot D and Game of Thrones, it's portrayed like it is like rough and like it is like bad and like it is like
It's rough.
not rough is probably not the right word to use, but like it's not great. And in
It's
like
not good.
in anime and manga, sometimes it's just like presented like it's a joke.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Like,
It is what it is. Anyway.
but it's like, yeah, he's not reciprocating it, but it is like, okay, girl.
Batman for real said Hot D. What the fuck is that? House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon.
Anyway.
Abbreviates, the acronym is Hot D. Terrence Matthews with the first super chat of the stream. Shout out Terrence, dude. I saw the episode 1100 reaction. Don't you guys remember the world government gave it the name Gomu Gomu no Mi to hide its true nature? Also, Megan, beautiful as always.
Thank you, Terrence. Dang it. I had to do it like Luffy.
Yes. I mean, we did briefly talk about that for a second.
We did.
In that reaction.
There's a lot.
Yeah, and I
don't even. Yeah.
Yeah. You keep like interrupting me like you're gonna say something, and then you go, yeah, and then I
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a conversation we had in that episode because we had mentioned it came up at some point the name Gomu Gomu no Mi, and I had remembered for whatever reason it being a situation where people saw what the fruit did and just kind of associated it with that, forgetting, like Terrence said, that the world government was the one that gave it that name. You know, I thought they just saw people stretching and were like, it's gotta be the Gomu Gomu no Mi. What else could it be? You know? The
mochi fruit.
Shout out Terrence.
Yeah.
And that episode, by the way, was Heat. Heat. An incredible episode. I think in terms of the anime, there might be a little bit of a break week. They're going to be doing, it looks like a flashback, a recap before the next new episode. But damn, dude, I cannot wait to see it. The first one, Lucci versus Luffy, was incredible. Incredible. Paladin also said, Fallout today.
Don't. I'm holding, it's...
And then A Beautiful Life said Fallout watch party?
Everything. I'm trying to stay offline until Saturday because my dad is having, my dad introduced me to Fallout. My dad introduced me to Fallout at a very young age. What is that from? It's from a movie. Anyway, it's not important. I'm all over the place. These Shastas do something to me. They like fucking
we're on
crack.
that Shasta shit today, bro.
I feel like I can't think.
Extra sugar.
I feel like I can't talk. But my dad was the one who introduced me to Fallout. He used to play the first one on like his PC, like back in the day. That one obviously isn't as cool. The graphics aren't as cool, so I wasn't really like watching him play that much. But I did watch him play Fallout 3. And we got an Xbox 360 just for Fallout 3. I remember that, and I used to watch him play all the time. And it's just funny because he would like let me watch him play because it was like too graphic. But I'm like, I'm watching you play. You're shooting people's heads off. Like, why can't I just play it? You know? Yeah, and then it got to an age where I was like, okay, yeah, you could play. I'm like, okay, thank you. And then I started playing. And I don't consistently still play because I don't have a console anymore like that. But I would say I was playing since I was like, I don't know, maybe like 13.
So all that to say,
12?
This series is your Doctor Who. What Doctor Who is to me, Fallout is to you. And so there's a lot riding on the success of this series.
I would be...
For you personally.
Okay, and if you've seen it, it hasn't come out yet, but I would be very shocked if it wasn't good based off of everything that I've seen. Yeah. Like, it would be absolutely insane. The only thing that could make it bad is the acting. But the actors that are in,
great.
Yeah,
dude.
that's why it's like, I mean,
Baby Billy from
maybe-
Righteous Gemstones.
maybe the writing. I mean, there's like the visual effects. There's no room in my mind to make me believe that they're gonna look bad because the trailer looks amazing.
I mean, it really could just be the writing because I feel like the acting is going to be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The visual effects look already crazy.
But it's like, I hope it's not. Like, we hope it's not.
Yeah, of course.
The only thing that could that could be the only thing. But the thing about Fallout has really good writing, like the games. So it would kind of be shitty if the writing wasn't good. But
I think this might, be another video game adaptation success.
Mm-hmm.
Last of Us, Fallout. Video game fans are eating good, and then it's gonna dip back down when Borderlands comes out.
Well, what else has come out that's been like video game? I'm trying to think. Besides the two that you just mentioned, because they've been all bangers, and it's because like they just.
You count Sonic? Sonic was a banger.
Yeah, Sonic was. I'm telling you, I can't fucking talk.
There's a new Knuckles show coming out too.
Sonic was a banger.
What about Super Mario Brothers? That was fun.
That was fun.
I don't know about banger, but it was really fun.
That was fun.
I mean, the tides are turning. I'm excited. I don't know as much about Fallout as Megan does. I played a little bit because of her, but I'm very, very excited. And I can't wait. I'm excited for a lot of shit coming up. I do kind of want to talk about it later. I'm excited for the second season of Interview with a Vampire. I'm excited, of course, Doctor Who. I'm excited for Fallout. I'm excited for I'm even excited for that new Star Wars show, Acolyte. I watched episode 1 of Andor, by the way, Paladin, just the first episode, because I was catching up on stuff that I said that I would watch and have been saying I was going to watch for a very long time. So I watched finally season 2 of Loki, the only good thing Marvel's done in a very long time. That was fun, and then I jumped into Andor. So my Andor journey has officially begun. Could take me a while to finish it, though. Just saying. Banger first episode. Off to a freaking great start. Quattro, member for 24 months. Oh, my God.
Hey. Quattro.
Fucking love Quattro. What's good, gang? I'm fucking with the hairstyles today. 3 weeks till graduation and y'all content getting me through it. Appreciate y'all and the content. Best community on the web. Argue with your mama. Damn.
Thanks, Quattro.
Shout out Quattro. And I appreciate that, man. I appreciate, the comment on the hairstyles. My hair's just getting a little too long. It's getting a little too long to style the way I was styling it before, so I'm gonna try a little something different. I'm not gonna grow it out super long, but
that'd be insane.
I'm just, trying something different.
That'd be
and I appreciate
so
it.
funny. Like
What?
if you grew it out to my length, not like when it's down, but like this length.
Right. I don't know how that would look.
You would look insane.
I don't know. I'd look like freaking
Metalocalypse.
what's that guy? I look like freaking Matt Mercer. The Critical Role guy.
Stop. Ew, no. Oh my
Matt
God.
Mercer's such a handsome guy, but
No,
like
he
I
is.
hate his hair.
I
hate his hair, but I think he's such a handsome guy.
don't know how I feel about it. Has to be a very specific long hair.
Right.
Like that long hair, it has to be a very specific type of long hair.
Right. I feel that.
Like sometimes I'm like, oh, that looks good. Sometimes I'm like, eh. It's not even that it depends on the person, but maybe it's the what is it? The oh my God, curly, straight.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
It depends.
For sure. No, I feel that. Also, 3 weeks till graduation. Quattro, I mean, hang in there, brother. Hang in there. 3 more weeks. You got this, dude. You freaking got this. Shout out Blaze.
It's your kitchen.
Blaze.
Finally getting caught up on OP and watching the Lucci and Kaido fights. I just can't wait to see our boys Dory and Brogy show up in the show. Gonna be so epic. Bruh. I mean, if in the anime at least, you're watching the Lucci and Kaido fights. I thought that was Luffy and Kaido for a second, but yeah, you're caught up then. Bro, I can't imagine, even before we get to that, some other fights that are going to be happening. I mean, I mentioned it in the episode, the reaction, but a part of me kind of feels like they're going to go all out every time Luffy goes Gear 5. Because, like Megan said, in that episode. They can. Like, he is the embodiment of animation. Like, they can do anything, and they can have fun, and they can break the fourth wall. Like, they can go crazy. So why wouldn't they? I'm just so excited. The show, the series, the anime has been crazy. It's been nonstop. Even in like moments that aren't fights, has been popping up. Like, there was sequences of like Vegapunk talking to the other satellites and shit. And the way the camera was like moving around him while he was like, it was like doing things to my brain, man. It really was. Shout out Blaze. Let's see. Catching up on some more member comments. Dazul Azizan. Let's give Dazul
I need the max win.
That's a more?
I'm exploding.
I was almost going to hit that one. I just want to say, 2024 has been great. Personally, the world always sucks, though. Hope it gets better for you guys, too.
Thank you, Dazul. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, man. I feel that. 2024 has been great. But at the same time, the world as a whole, sometimes it does feel like it sucks.
I almost got hit by a car.
You? This year? Are you making that up? Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
I told you I was crossing the street and they didn't see me. I was taking Tony for a walk and they didn't see me. I almost got hit. And I almost like, it wasn't going to be enough of a crazy hit to like damage me that much. So I was like, for a split moment, and I know it's bad, but like, please.
Yeah, let me get that insurance.
That's, just like, and then like, Tony. And
you wanted to be on your Frank Gallagher shit.
And Tony's like, I trained him to like pretend to be hurt so that I could just get people to pay me for his.
That would be such a valuable trick to teach a dog.
So fucked up.
Whoa.
But
gotta work on that.
Yeah.
Gotta work on that. No, I feel it.
And then I was like crossing the street and someone yelled at me. But I don't know why they yelled at me. I had my headphones in. And I was just like, Tony was like sniffing this area. And I was just sniffing right there. And it's like a 4-way stop. And then like, I'm just like, he's sniffing. And then like this lady is like passing by me. And she just seems so angry, but I didn't know why she was so angry. And I just looked up and my face was like this. I was like,
it's always your fault. That's one thing I know. You did something.
It's like, fuck, dude.
No, I get that. Dazul, shout out Dazul. Yeah, I mean, 2024 has been really good, but it's also been hard, bro. Every year.
It's been a very rough beginning of the year. For me personally, it's been very chaotic.
Yeah, I think there's just like personal challenges and stuff. But it's at the same time, like, it's great. It's good and bad. That's life. That's what all the people say. Did you like that, Megan?
That was really bad.
Okay. Spicy kimchi.
What can I say? He's an awesome guy.
These live actions are claiming these franchises one by one, hoping the best for Fallout, hyped as hell for Hot D. Happy Wednesday.
When is Hot D coming out? This year?
Yeah. It's coming out soon. I think.
Really? Oh my god, that's kind of scary.
Can you look it up on your laptop?
No way.
It's coming out. I think
next year.
Next month. No, it's coming out like next month. The dual trailers just came out.
Isn't that scary? Because when did the first one come out?
The first one came out a long ass time ago.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, 2022. Because it's scary because we're like, oh my god, 2024 is so long. And bitch, we're right. We're here.
Did you find it?
June 16th.
Oh, June.
But isn't that crazy?
I mean, it feels like the appropriate amount of time to me.
It doesn't. It feels like it was yesterday when I was like, oh damn.
No, I've been waiting for more Hot D. I felt like it was just getting started. And I think the marketing campaign is pretty cool, pretty smart. They got those 2 trailers. Which side are you on? Although I don't know, was it green and...
It's green and...
Black? I don't know who the fuck is on Team Green. Let me just say that. I don't know who the fuck is on Team Green. And if there's any Team Greens in the chat, I apologize. But it is war. Team Black. All the way. We got James with a member comment. Shout out
Good smell.
James.
Flavor.
Does my long hair work? Question mark. Fish. I'm fishing. Yeah. Shout out James. Busted. Caught me. Red-handed. I'm just saying, James. Quattro pointed it out. I wasn't gonna say nothing unless someone pointed it out. Quattro pointed it out, James. Quattro pointed it out, James.
What are you talking about?
I thought he was talking about me commenting on my hair getting longer.
No, James is fishing for a compliment.
No, I thought he
James has
said
long hair.
I thought he was saying that I'm fishing for a compliment. Does my long hair work?
No, he's asking a question for himself. See, you always have to bring it back to you.
James.
Always have to bring it back to
James.
Josh. Like
James.
the world revolves around Josh.
James. Be real. Be honest.
I think that's
Are you
exactly
asking
true.
me if your long hair works?
And I think it does, James.
Because if you're asking me if your long hair
He's
works,
not asking about yours.
yes.
You don't have long hair.
I mean, it's not short. It's not short.
It's short.
Megan, it's not that I think people are always talking about me. It's that I think people are always roasting me.
No.
There's a difference. There's a difference between someone going like, damn, that person is so vain. They always think someone's talking about them versus someone who grew up being
Same old Josh. Josh can't read.
Being roasted by their family their entire life. Every time they make any change to their wardrobe, to their appearance, anytime they make any little
It's just
tweak,
the projecting.
It was the talk of the barbecue. It was the talk of the town, and not in a good way. But James, you look good. You look good.
Good smell. Flavor.
Let's see. Making sure we're caught up. Terrence Matthews again. Let's go.
Losh for real.
Josh, what did you think of the Shang-Chi movie? You know what, Terrence? I didn't watch the Shang-Chi movie. It's nothing. I guess
I think I watched it.
you did. You watched it with your dad. You and your dad watched it. That's what you said. That's what you said.
I think I did watch it.
It's nothing like, I don't know. There's no real reason.
I mean, it wasn't like terrible. It wasn't bad.
There's nothing keeping me from watching it. There's nothing but there's also nothing that's like really exciting about it to me at the same time either. I mean, I heard it was good. I mean, I heard it was like not bad actually. But I liked Loki season 2. I liked it a lot. It was good. It was short as fuck too, which I appreciated. It was like 6 episodes. It had a story to tell.
How was it, like an hour?
They were like 30-minute episodes. It felt like 30-minute episodes. It went by so fast. Is there something you want to say to me?
No, I just...
What? What?
Why are you trying to fight today?
You got your arms crossed, sitting back.
It's just funny because I look like a fucking like football player.
Oh, I see.
I look so buff right here.
You're just buff. You're just buff.
It's true.
Shout out.
When I see it, I can't believe it.
Beautiful lie.
A beautiful lie. Let's go.
Beautiful lie said, Josh, awesome haircut. Looks like you're about to join the Britannian Empire. Oh, F Suzaku. Let's go, dude. Thank you, beautiful lie. Thank you, dude. Thank you. It's actually not a haircut so much as it is the lack of a haircut. But I appreciate it either way. Code Geass season 2. Our reaction to the first and second episode is out now for Patreon members. It's coming out on YouTube very soon. I'm gonna jump into. Megan already edited the episode. I just have to do like the final pass on it to make sure everything's good, and then I plan on uploading it after this live, so it should be on YouTube tomorrow. I just want to say without giving anything away. Crazy start.
Yeah, I saw like a comment like people were like they're gonna be so confused, and boy were they right.
I mean, that's an understatement. At first, I was convinced that we missed an episode. Convinced. That's how crazy the second season starts. And I'm gonna have to change that artwork. I want to change it so bad, the artwork that we use for those episodes, because, you know, I made that when we hadn't seen the show. And so I just kind of went with Suzaku as a base.
You can't even tell though.
That's the uniform of the Britannian army.
Oh, right.
So I kind of want to change that.
Right.
Gotta change that. Make sure we're caught up. We got a couple more member comments. Will. Shout out Will. 2024's actually been kind of mixed. Got COVID for the first time and dealt with some personal stuff, but I did get 2 tattoos this year, so that's hype. I've seen Will's tattoos, and they are pretty fire. One of them is, I believe, a Stormlight tattoo, and the other one was a tattoo in honor of one of his pets. Awesome. So sick. Especially, actually both, but I think I'm extra excited about the Stormlight tattoo because I just dipped my toe for the very first time into the beginning of the series. I finally finished. I don't know how many people. I don't even know if I really ever mentioned it. I kind of didn't want to mention it necessarily, but I did mention it one time that I was reading Mistborn, but I took a long break because of life and just, I guess, life. And recently, I finally picked it back up and finished the entire first trilogy, the first 3 books. Incredible. So good, man. So good. I'd love to go on a rant about it. Maybe I will. But right now, I'll just say, of course, there's nobody who doesn't recommend those books, but highly recommend it. Fantastic, beautiful ending. And now I'm on to the Stormlight Chronicles. Thank you, Megan. Thank you. Blaze again. Let's go, Blaze.
shitty.
Yo, it's been a minute, so I had to double up. But yo, you guys better be watching Shogun if you want a good high budget drama. Shout the fuck out,
Thank
Blaze.
you, Blaze. Yeah, I've heard it's really good.
Who was there was a couple people in our community. Beans, I feel like was definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Was really advocating for that show, and I'm down. I love that actor. It's on Hulu, I think, right? Anyway, looks awesome. Probably at some point, definitely going to check it out. There are some other things that I think I want to get through first, but that's on the list.
For sure. Gavin says, Josh, you have read more Mistborn than I have. Hi, Gavin.
Woo! Gavin. Oh, Gavin, did you hear the sound? Gavin, listen to this.
I'm exploding. Oh.
Who's that? Who does that sound like? Who does that sound like, Gavin?
I'm exploding.
I wonder if you've heard it yet.
I know. Someone sent that to us and said, you need to put this on the soundboard. And it's from your reaction to the OPLA trailer.
Oh, yes.
And it's beautiful.
It's like my favorite sound, actually.
Yeah. But that's crazy, Gavin, because Megan, like she had said earlier, we've both been in our book bag. No pun intended, because I used to call backpacks book bag in Virginia.
I read ACOTAR.
But she read ACOTAR and then watched your video or your, it was more of like a reading vlog / review.
Yeah.
Of ACOTAR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. I'm on ACMOF now. I'm lagging on it. I don't know why. I really need to get back into it. I don't know why I've been lagging. I just haven't really had time, but
yeah, it's
I have to get into it again.
But shout out Gavin. I miss you. I miss you. And it's good to see your name in the chat. Makes me happy. Let's see. What else before we jump into the first chapter?
I think we should just hop into it.
Okay. And then it's gonna be loose. There's gonna be a little bit of everything after that, but we gotta talk about this chapter. Not before we shout out Terrence though, because Terrence just came in with another super chat. I saw the agenda reverie, and Megan, I must say, let some perv creep on one of them and see if they still say Sanji over Zoro.
Yeah, Sanji, that's the whole defense. And again, I was put into Team Zoro because I like Zoro better than Sanji. I am not like a fucking die-hard Zoro fan. but I do like him more than Sanji. So when I was put on this team, I was like, okay, what do I even say? Like, I don't really have like I don't have a bias. So I just started dissing Sanji. That's like the normal response, I guess. And like, how can you? Like, the thing about Sanji is, like, I'm not trying to hate on Sanji, okay? But, like, people are like, I love Sanji. But they would be such a better character if they didn't have a gag that is a part of their character. Like, how can you say that in the same breath? Like,
oh, I see what you're saying.
Do you understand what I mean?
Like, you're
like,
talking...
the worst part about his character is a part of his character.
Yeah,
like a big like through line part of his character. Like, you know, Luffy, he likes to eat. Zoro gets lost. Brooke talks about how he's dead and wants to see people's panties. Frankie likes big robots. Cola, Super. These are all things that don't ruin the character. These are just like added things. So that's like it's just crazy that like Sanji like is a good character and is, I would say, we've had a lot more time with Sanji, with all of his flashbacks and everything that happened in his childhood. But if Zoro had the same amount of time, like, would we be saying that?
I mean, that's the beauty of One Piece. People are gonna have their favorites. And I think what Terrence is also saying here is that, which I think is funny if this is what Terrence is saying, a lot of the people who are standing Sanji have never been the recipient of having a perv creep on them. He's saying let some pervs creep on them and see if they still like Sanji. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. I wouldn't say that that's not true. I would say that that's not true.
Well, I mean, it depends on who.
I would say that's not true.
On, like, but I get the spirit of the.
Yes, I get it.
The sentiment of the.
Sure,
comment.
and everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
I'm exploding. Oh.
Shout out Terrence and shout out James. Let's go.
What can I say? He's an awesome guy.
If we're talking 2024 so far, just by checking my Insta page and my total lack of posts, this year's been a slump for me. Hopefully the back half picks it up. Also wins the next call-in episode. Me and Megan were just talking about that. Megan was kind of like brainstorming another type of like call-in episode that we can do. So, I mean, I can't say when for sure, but definitely it's something that we definitely plan on doing. And want to do so soon-ish. I'll say. Shout out James. Agenda said Paladin, and it is. Yeah. It's like Hisoka. You know, Hisoka, and that's what Warrior 10 said. It's like Hisoka. It's so funny because speaking of adulting in anime, we just got done recording our Rogers Base and Reagan episode. And we were kind of talking about that a little bit on the episode. I also like Hisoka as a character, but do acknowledge that he's got a sussy side to him, an extremely sussy side to him. But you know, what are you gonna do? Damn, it's power. Hisoka likes power. Okay. Don't look at me like that.
But that's the thing. Like, is Sanji like power?
Right.
No.
Right.
Sanji. Well, that's like, Sanji's chivalrous and he likes to treat women right. But some of what he was doing was not just about that.
That's fair.
You know, when you want to see people get undressed.
That's fair.
See them naked. It's a little different.
That said cope. The Hisoka cope. All right, let's just get into this chapter.
Yes, please.
All right. So the series is called Centuria. It's by one of the assistants of Tatsuki Fujimoto.
Toru Kuramori.
Yes.
And he has done the art and story.
So I have the chapter pulled up. Obviously, we're not going to go through all of it. We'll keep a bit of the conversation. It's just the first chapter.
I'll be right back.
Okay. We'll keep a bit of the conversation spoiler free just in case you haven't read the chapter. But then we do want to talk about some of what happens towards the end of the first chapter. It's just one chapter, but if you don't want that spoiled for you, we will let you know when we get into that. But I have it pulled up here. So let me pull this up for everybody. A lot of people have also commented that the art style of this series looks a little bit like a mashup between Vinland and Dr. Stone. The story itself feeling more like a Berserk and Vinland mashup, love child, if you will, but the art looking more like a Dr. Stone Vinland Saga mashup. The story is fantastic. The story is incredible. It is definitely adult. It is definitely dark. I think it is even in Jump Plus, so they can get away with showing a lot. The themes are really heavy, and it is pretty graphic at a certain point. But I mean, I've just been looking for something to fill the Berserk-shaped hole in my heart. Not to say that, like, you know, I don't still plan on catching up on Berserk, but it just feels like a good series like this isn't as easy to come by as some other types of stories. So I was incredibly excited to find out that there was a new up-and-coming dark fantasy series. I will say, while we're waiting for Megan to get back too, that the one thing I loved this first chapter, but the one thing that I didn't necessarily like super love about the chapter as a whole was the art. I guess it just felt a little inconsistent to me. There are panels like the one we're looking at now that are breathtaking, beautiful, amazing. And there are some towards the end of the chapter and throughout that are beautiful and horrifying at the same time. The character designs, a lot of the things like are really well drawn. But then there are just some panels here and there that just, I don't know, it felt like it wasn't the same quality as some of the other panels. I mean, you can tell that the mangaka is like an incredibly talented artist, and I do not want to take away from his art or style at all. And I can't even imagine what it's like with deadlines and all that stuff. So, you know, I'm not saying that that's any sort of knock against the chapter, but that was just something that I noticed. We'll see what everybody else is saying in the chat real quick. Megan's back, by the way. Someone said, is it weekly or monthly? I'm not entirely sure, Luis, but it did just come out. I don't know. I will look it up. We'll see what we can find together. But as of right now, only one chapter is out. So, Megan, spoiler free, and then we'll go more into spoilers. What were your thoughts and feelings on this chapter?
I mean, I'm sorry I was gone. I would have interjected a little bit, but yeah, pretty much what you said.
I bet there's got to be something else.
I know.
I only talked about the art.
That's not true.
I said I love the story. It was a mashup between, Vinland and Berserk, but
yeah, I thought it was really cool. I'm excited to see where the story goes. I'm kind of glad that it was set up in the first chapter, and we can go from there.
Again, I appreciate the setting of it a lot. I think the first chapter does a really good job of setting up the story. It is the origin of a character and a character's power, but it is heartbreaking at the same time to see our main character, who is named Julian, someone who's been raised as a slave and is on this ship with other slaves who are taking care of each other, to how the chapter ends and like what he is carrying. what he is given, like even what he asked for, how it was like granted to him. It's incredibly well written. I feel like there were a couple times where I could feel myself getting ahead of like the chapter and kind of assumed that it was going to go a certain direction or end a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And it started to do that, but then it takes a turn and becomes something else. And that's where I think some of those berserk elements come in.
Yeah, 100%.
Almost even Lovecraftian, if you will. Which, was also really cool to see. And again, the designs of some of these characters and the implications of what it could mean going into the series is exciting. Super exciting. I mean, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it.
It felt really complete. The only like critique I would say is some lines are kind of repeated. Like information that we already know is kind of repeated to like drive home a certain point. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah. And I see someone asking what it's called. It's called Centuria.
Oh yeah, I sent it in the chat.
Okay, cool. Centuria. I'm going to scroll through a couple of the panels. Again, I'm not going to show everything, but I just wanted you to get a better sense for like the art style and things like that. The entire first chapter takes place on this slave ship. We even get some elements of some possible mythical beasts that may exist in this world. And here you can kind of see more of the art style. And I do see the Vinland art in it a lot. More so than the Dr. Stone comparison. I just really see the Dr. Stone comparison here, like in this like main promotional panel that they've been using.
Well, yeah, Dr. Stone, they all got them rags on them.
That's true.
And we got this like conquistador looking ass.
Yeah, dude, this freaking haggard ass Mihawk.
No, like evil.
Yeah, no, evil. Yeah, evil.
But essentially, like, are we going into spoilers or are you just showing panels?
Yeah, I was just showing some panels, but we can talk about it in a little bit. You okay?
I'm okay.
All right.
It's just a Shasta.
What about it?
Gets in my sinuses and I feel like I get really like nasally.
But we can talk about spoilers against just the first chapter.
Sorry, guys.
If you don't want to be spoiled, just giving you some fair warning.
We're cashing in. We're putting in our chips early, okay?
Yes.
Because I saw this on Twitter and I was like, "Ooh, this looks interesting." And obviously, like Berserk meets Vinland is very intriguing. So I was like, "Okay, let's jump into it." And it is literally exactly that from chapter 1. So if you like either of them or like both, definitely check it out. Yeah.
All right, so we'll get into some spoiler stuff now. So where the series goes by the end of the chapter is, like I mentioned earlier, our main character, Julian, coming into power that was granted to him by a... What?
Oh.
What?
Nothing?
What? I said spoiler. I said.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What are you?
That scared me. I was like, whoa, you're just, whoa. Okay. Yeah.
I'll say it again. Spoilers, just in case.
Yeah.
Spoilers for the first chapter. Anyway, granted to him by a monster, beast, creature, god of the sea. And this is where it dips very into that Cthulhu, H.P. Lovecraft, Berserk sort of like feel, because this creature has a humanoid body that's sort of made up of tentacles that all sort of like lead up to its face, which is just an open area of like blackness and tentacles kind of going every direction. Is that a decent description, Megan?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's scary. It's the thing of nightmares.
It kind of came in clutch, though.
Oh, it did. It did.
Yeah.
Throughout the first chapter, we've seen this main character, Julian, not really understand what it means to have anything, being a slave his entire life.
I have no belongings. He's not British.
Nothing that means anything to him, nothing of value, because they're just not allowed to have those things. They're
not allowed to have anything.
Yeah,
they're not allowed to have any belongings because they're slaves, and they are a belonging.
He was sold by his mother at a very young age, so didn't even know the love of a mother, and even assumed that was just how the world worked, that's what happened. Mothers sold their children, until he meets another soon-to-be mother on the ship who is doing everything she can to make sure that her child is born into this world and has a chance at living a healthy life. It's only then that he realizes, like, damn, I guess some moms do care about their children. What does that mean for me then?
What have I been doing?
So he
what have I accepted?
Becomes really attached to this woman, and becomes really attached to even her child, and making sure that her child is born healthy, because we find out later she had another son prior that sacrificed their life to make sure that this baby could be born. And it's the same, he was the same age as our main character, Julian. We see the slaves like taking care of each other a lot on the ship too. Some acting tough, some acting like they don't care about what happens to the other slaves, but it's sort of that sort of reserved, hard ass type of like love, specifically with one character who seems like an asshole but is a sweetheart that is also looking out for everybody. And we see this at the end of the chapter when we find out that the ship is going to be sailing very close to this very dangerous area of the sea, because there are going to be no military and no one to watch what happens here, which is the like mass killing of all of the slaves on the ship. The captain, the slave owner, if you will, has sort of decided that they are worth more for their insurance money than they are if they were to actually be sold. So takes them to this remote area where no one's watching to kind of kill them all. Yeah. When the creature appears, and I do want to show this panel, because this is where things took a turn. You know, it's kind of it's great, it's good, but you're kind of seeing this coming. And there's little touches.
I didn't see this coming at all, actually.
The slaughtering of everybody on the ship.
No,
I mean,
not at all. And it was because they had gone off course on accident, and they weren't going to survive this like treacherous area. And they're like, okay, well, we need to get rid of all the people that actually can't help, because you're worth more to me dead than you are alive. So I'm just going to take out the women, elderly, and the one child on board, because you guys are worthless to me anyway. And then we can get out of here, and less mouths to feed and more money for me.
Right.
And then obviously they were like fighting to not have them killed. So all of the slaves ended up dying, protecting the mom and the main character, Julian.
Yeah. Which is another very like wholesome and sweet moment, even though it is awful and the most like horrifying thing to see. It was just in a way crazy that every single one of them died, not just fleeing, but like you said, protecting Julian, who was the only like kid his age on that ship, and the pregnant mother. When Julian wasn't even supposed to be on that ship in the first place. So them all coming together in this moment, questioning their worth, questioning their value, saying that amongst the other, slaves, kindness was something that they valued greatly. Like compassion was something that they valued amongst each other greatly because they knew that it wasn't ever granted to them ever in their life by anybody else. So it was the least that they could do for each other. And it's just this like having of each other's backs.
Yes.
That just like gave it a little more emotional weight when it finally got to this moment. Like it's a gradual build up to this like heartbreaking.
Yeah,
final
Kev
act.
said, I forgot the exact event, but there was a very specific moment where slaves were killed for insurance money in history.
Oh.
It's called the Zong slave ship.
Yeah.
So that happened in real life too.
Yeah, man. I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't surprise me that shit like this would fucking happen in real life. Unfortunately, in history, I mean, yeah. So they are the only two left surviving when the like rain that's falling stops falling around them, freezes in midair, and then we see this creature.
And they can't move.
And the rest of the enemies on the ship can't move, frozen. And we see this monster kind of form from tentacles.
Wriggle. But yeah, the detail of the suction cups.
Hell yeah!
It's cool. Again, it's giving God Hand.
Yeah, it's giving God Hand for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the creature that shows up. And they are like a god of the sea that are there to give them a blessing because of the lives that were lost amongst the 100 slaves. That has met one condition of the blessing. The second condition being that they have to take the life of someone that like means something to them, someone that they care about. So Julian is ready and willing to sacrifice himself, but instead the mother, who is seeing the events of her life happen all over again, her other son, her son before the one she's having now, or child, sacrificed their life for her and the baby. So she's not going to let another child sacrifice themselves for her again. She, as mentioned in the chapter 2, that she's almost to full term. So in a pretty shocking twist to me, this was interesting. And I don't think that it could have been possible without what was happening in that moment in time. Probably.
Because, yeah.
She ends up sacrificing herself, but since she's still pregnant, cuts the baby out of her.
She put a different meaning to the word C-section.
Oh, yeah. Home birth.
You get it?
Water birth. C, like S-E-A. Yeah. That was good.
Thanks.
That was really good. She really, really does. I mean, it's pretty graphic, too. I mean, she cuts herself open.
Yeah.
And gives birth.
It is pretty graphic, though, in real life, too. Like, I don't know if you guys know it, like, C-section procedure is they would literally, like, cut you open, and they just have, like, your organs and, like, intestines out on the table, like, on top of you. So, like, you have, like, a sheet, and you're, like, awake, too. And they just, like, gently put them all in different places and then, like, take the baby out, and you're just, like, awake. Like, oh, yeah, is it, like, red? And your just organs are out. Isn't that crazy? That they can do that?
Yeah, that's awful.
And then they just, like...
It's like, amazing, like you said, that's even possible.
Terrifying.
But yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. A little too much. Anyway, so she sacrifices herself to this creature, and that
grants him abilities, Julian abilities of the strength of 100 men, and it also not only that a strength of 100 men, but also 100 lives.
Yes. So Julian,
as well,
like the way he even words his wish is like incredibly beautiful. He wishes for proof that everyone's life, that Mira, the mother's life, wasn't a waste. And like Megan said, this grants him all of the souls of the 100 slaves that were on the ship. And not just their souls that grant him 100 lives, but all of their strength combined, all of their reflexes combined, every physical attribute of theirs combined into one person, which gives him incredible speed, incredible power, and it looks fucking cool too. Let's just be real. It looks fucking cool. So now with this power, he is able to kill the slave owner, and him and the baby sail off into the sunset, if you will.
Yeah.
There's just, I'm not going to show this necessarily like the top of this panel, but here's like a bit of this panel where like the battle is
sick.
In the middle of the battle where he's going all out, and it's just crazy as hell, dude. This is where it really shines. The art really pops the fuck off. Again, I love that at the end of the chapter 2, the ocean spirit is saying that, since you gave the ocean, the sea, something that you cared about, it will leave you alone on the rest of your travel while you get to wherever you're going. And he begins the chapter by saying that he's never had anything in his life of value, that slaves are never allowed to possess anything of value. But now, for the first time ever, he has something with him that he values, and that is the life of this child. And at the very, very end, we see the baby, and even a little bit of that power creeping up the baby's arm as well. It was absolutely insane. It was so good. It was so good. And, during the chapter, the reason we find out that he has 100 lives is because at first the slave owner is able to like deliver a fatal blow on him, but the wound heals and he survives. And that's when he finds out that he has 100 lives. So this already kind of like begs the question, over the course of the series, is he going to continue to lose lives? And if he loses lives, does that then mean that he will gradually become weaker and weaker? Will it get to a point where he only has the power of 40, slaves? But the fact that he's carrying them all with him, and like they allowed him to live, they gave him this life. It's a really good story, man, or it's a really good start to a story that I feel like we just don't get all the time in manga. Not to say that there aren't some great series out there with this tone, but I feel like, they're few and far between when it comes to like this specific kind of story.
For sure.
And so I'm hyped, dude. Like Megan said, like all my chips are in on this show. If I was a betting man or series, I would bet everything on this being like something that people talk about for a while. In the same breath, I hope, as like a Vinland.
I hope it doesn't get canceled. We'll see, though.
We'll see. I mean, that's very possible. But people had also said that because it's not in Jump and because it's in Jump Plus, there's a very high likelihood that it is less likely to get canceled, basically. It's less, I think, competitive as like a Shonen Jump, like proper, I suppose. Give it time to breathe, dude. Give it time to do its thing. It's solid, man. It's solid.
It was really good.
And we couldn't not talk about it because, again, of the connection that Fujimoto has. Again, he is becoming like a modern day godfather of manga and shit, dude, with like one of his assistants going on to do Dandadan, and now this, like, and I think even Spy Family, there's a connection there too. I mean, damn, dude, like, not to mention his own work.
Yeah.
It's just a really cool series, and we were really excited about it, and so we wanted to share it with everybody, and hopefully, you decide to follow it and you decide to check it out, because even if we don't continue to talk about it in like a review format or form, whatever, then we'll still be reading it. It's nice to be this early on a series.
Yeah.
It feels like it has so much potential. so that you could say that you were there from day one. Is there anything else you want to say about it, Megan?
No.
Let me look at the chat.
I'm excited to keep reading. It left on a crazy cliffhanger, the beginning of a story.
Kev DOG said, "Magic's just science that we don't understand yet."
Ooh.
Love that quote. Pal and Berserker Jedi, imagine if she had a football-sized cyst on her uterus too. You think she'd be having twins under an ultrasound at first glance? Damn.
I don't think that's a joke. I think that's just fact.
Because of
I think that's just medical. Like that could be a thing that could happen.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. Okay, damn. Stay Curious said story name Centurion. Or Centuria, sorry. Centuria. Megan just posted it again. Centuria by Toru Kuramori.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, see, even Patricio says the same thing. I was on the verge of reading it. Being in Jump Plus makes me more invested because it's less likely to get an early axe. Yeah. Check it out, dude. And I want to get back into Berserk too, and then obviously we're going to be starting our Vinland series soon. I guess we could just jump into that real quick too.
Okay.
I just wanted to update everybody on the Vinland stuff because we showed off the art a while ago and said that we were going to be jumping into it. I think last month.
Yeah.
But full transparency, we didn't anticipate things in our schedule like happening the way that they happened. So to, I guess, like put it simply, we were really excited about Dunland Saga, which is our read through of Vinland Saga, and Adulting in Anime. These were the two things that we were like really excited about. And we wanted to get a jump on scheduling as many guests in advance as we could to give people time and availability and all of that. So we sent out like an email to the people that we knew that we wanted to have on the show that were local because we wanted to do a lot of the interviews in studio. And we kind of gave them like a ballpark date range that they could like, put themselves down for. And we were anticipating, people, because people are busy, we were anticipating, maybe not hearing back from everybody right away or for people to have like availability like later on. But by sheer, I guess, like luck and coincidence, like most everybody was like, oh yeah, we could do it this month, like this day. And so it ended up like accidentally happening.
All in March.
That it was all in March, like every single recording, which meant that like we had to prep for, what was that, like 4 episodes of that?
Mm-hmm.
Games, questions, obviously the amount of editing that goes into that. So, I mean, we just didn't have any time to start Vinland.
No.
But we are still planning on getting to it soon. Again, I appreciate the patience and the understanding with that. Because again, it wasn't something that we anticipated. It was something that we thought was going to be spread a little bit more out and then ended up happening all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is kind of cool now because we got them in the bank. We got Randy days from being out, Randy's episode. Then we're going to have, and we've announced these already, then we're going to have Liam from Grand Line Review coming out after that. And the final episode that we have in the bank is going to be Roger and Reagan. So, I mean, the games, the questions, the fucking shenanigans, dude. They're fun. They were really fun to do. They were really fun.
Yeah, they're fun. Please watch it.
Yes.
Please watch it.
Please.
Actually, watch it on multiple different devices and like it for multiple different devices and comment for multiple different devices and share for multiple different devices because I would really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I think we both would because we want these to succeed and we want them to to just perform well because we're very proud of them.
Absolutely.
It took a lot of time to do. So
the Brant Mukai one is out. If you haven't checked it out yet, check it out. It's again, like, not only is Brant fucking awesome and was the like episode so fun, but we genuinely worked really hard on it and are both really proud of it. So, if you're on your way to work or at work, if you're allowed to listen to an episode of something or a podcast, throw it on, check it out if you haven't already, because it would mean a lot. But yeah, I just want to give you a quick update on that. Winston said, can't wait to see what else Centuria has next. Big fan of the creature who gave Julian his power. What else kind of creatures are there? Yeah. Are there other, like, mythical creatures?
Mythical, magical sea beasts.
Yeah, that we're going to meet. Is this a world like Berserk where it... Because, like, I mean, we only read the first, I think, volume of Vinland when we did our volume 1 review of it. But, to my knowledge, there aren't really, like... And don't tell me if there is, but I don't think there's any, like, beasts or creatures or anything like that, like there is in Berserk. So is that what's going to make it maybe feel a little bit more like Berserk? We're going to have that, like, little fantasy element?
Maybe. Or it just might be this one-time type of deal.
It could be, too. And I'd be cool with that, too. We've actually been playing a little bit.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? Of
Call of Cthulhu, the role-playing game.
Yes.
And it's been pretty fun, dude. It's been really fun, actually. I'm getting, I'm trying to get better at GMing, DMing, whatever you will. But I ran an adventure for Megan, her cousin Nolan, who's been on the show before, some friends, and we just wrapped up, like, one of the campaigns, I guess, one of the adventures a couple days ago. And I had fun, man. I had a really good time.
I kicked ass.
Your character actually did really well.
Yeah. I just had brute strength. So anytime anyone was, like, kind of like, oh, should we, like, use, like... Well, the charm actually worked a lot with one character, but they're like, should we use charm? Like, should we use, like, intelligence? And I would just, like, try to always intimidate them because I had high intimidation, and I would just punch them in the face to get them to tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
But I was the one who's taking out, like, the monsters. I was the one taking out the freaking beasts.
Yeah. You did, like, your shining moment was at the end. I think, like you said, that other character who was, like, very high in charm and successful in, like, charming certain people, like, they had their moment, like, earlier in the adventure, but you came in clutch at the end, like, where it mattered, where it really mattered, where it was dire. But it was nice because I'm trying to get better at that. I would love to one day do it on the channel. I don't know if that'll ever be possible, but I would love to get some.
That was fun. I mean, yeah, that would be so fun.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That would be so fun, actually. It would just be like a 10-hour stream. I'm just kidding. No,
I mean,
it wouldn't be 10 hours, but
it could be like 4. It
could be 4. It could be 6.
It could be
because how long we met up twice, and the first part we probably hung out for like 4 hours.
Right.
And the second time we hung out for about like 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it could take a long time.
And that, all things considered, that was a pretty short adventure too.
We played it with 3 players, and then the second time we played it with 4 players, so it went a little faster. The more players you have, it's a little faster, but that'd be fun. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Be a real critical role moment. Volume
roll. Volume 1 play. No, volume
1 dice. Volume D20. Volume 1 hit point.
We'll get there. We'll figure
Volume
it out. There's
1?
something there.
I'll be right back.
Said, that's a lot of work, Megan, but I'll do that just for you. When you were asking people to act on or to like react and like and comment on multiple devices. We're holding you to it now.
Volume D20.
Yeah, Volume D20 is great.
Volume Player 1 is our gaming channel.
Yeah.
That we haven't started yet. but it's in the bag and it's in the works. Now, excuse me, while I go take a piss. Take the camera off of me, please.
Rollium one, said Zigzag. That was so funny. Zigzag was also, I don't know if I can scroll all the way up, but can you resend that manga or anime that you were talking about? I think it was something Train. I want to look it up. Tess said it's kind of impossible to know how Centuria will follow up after chapter 1. Yeah, I think we're going to get a better idea of like where the series is going to go after the second chapter. But the first chapter is great setup. Solid setup. We got some other stuff that we want to talk about. For example, Megan has beef. Megan has a Mehgans Rant that she needs to go on at some point during this stream that she was very passionate about right before we started this community live. Paladin said, "Why British?"
It's just like what they say.
Are you taking a piss?
You taking a piss? Like having a laugh.
Yeah.
Taking a piss, but actually I had to go piss actually, so that's why I said it. What were you saying?
I was saying that you have a gripe, you have a beef, you have a rant.
I'm just over it. Like, I've talked about this before, and you give me shit for it, but it's like, it's just annoying to me.
Okay. I think it's time to get into
now?
Megan's
It's not that
rant.
Okay. It's not that crazy. Don't hype it up like that. Okay. Because it's gonna be very brief and to the point. Okay.
Okay.
I am tired.
Set it up.
I'm tired of Steve from Blue's Clues. I'm tired of that man. Okay. I'm exhausted. And I know what you guys say. How can you? Oh my God! Like America's sweetheart, like our childhood Steve from Blue's Clues. How could you hate this man? He left us, but then he came back and apologized. He apologized, guys, for leaving us. He apologized. Like it felt like my uncle, my father, my grand. He walked out, but then he came back. He came back. When this shit was coming out, I've talked about this before, okay? When this fool came back and made a whole ass video, bro, of him apologizing to the mass community, to the people who watched Blue's Clues, which are all adults now, I was filled with rage. I was filled with this it came out of me in a way like, you know, people were like, "Oh my God, I didn't even think I didn't realize how much I missed him until he apologized." Like I didn't realize how much I hated this shit until it happened. And I don't want to be a hater. I really don't want to be a hater, but like, you know, he was an adult. He left a show. He left a job. It's not like he was actually he was a part of your life, a parasol. Okay. And I don't want to be fucking mean, okay? I do not want to be mean, but it's the cash grab of nostalgia that I absolutely cannot stand. I cannot stand for people. Okay, get this shit off the fucking screen. I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking get mad. Actually, no, it pisses me off. It pisses me off. Stop it.
I can't. Like you're talking to
oh my God, I can't. Okay, I'm not. I haven't even got there yet. Okay, there's a lot more to set up. It's the cat. It just felt like a big cash grab. I don't know why. And he keeps doing it. And now this fool is coming up on my timeline, on my For You page. And he is recording himself active listening like he did on the show, like he did to children on a children's show, but now it's for adults. And now he's acting like in a way like a therapist. But just play the clip. I can't explain it.
I just want to go on record, by the way, and I want to say that I love Steve from Blue's Clues. Chords, yes, that was Steve from Blue's Clues. This is who Mehgans Rant is directed at. I love you, Steve, if you're watching this, and I appreciate everything that you're doing. So I'll roll the clip now. Having said that, and then I'll let Mehgan, get back to her rant right here. So does the clip have volume? I think it does.
Get in. Tell me what's going on.
Well, Steve, I'm sitting here with my co-host, she's got a problem with you. I don't know if this music is copyrighted or not. I have to stop it, or mute it, at least. Yeah, she's got a bit of a issue with you. She thinks that you doing the things that you're doing now, she thinks that they are a cash grab, to cash in on people's nostalgia. But I see this as just, someone who is using a platform that they had to...
had. Emphasis on had.
Wait,
you had a platform. You had one, and you left. Okay, no, don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me, Steve. Do not interrupt me. No. What? Huh? Oh, wow. He got mad.
He cut you off.
I don't.
He cut you off.
It's that, you guys. It's that. It's those videos. And I didn't think it could get any worse, and it just keeps getting...
She thinks, Steve, let me just go back to it, that you're cashing in on nostalgia, that you're taking advantage of people and their connection to Blue's Clues.
When they were actual literal children.
However, I see it as someone using their platform.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. No, keep going. Keep going.
I mean, I was going to say spread positivity. Look, honestly, it's funny to me. It's just funny to me that you're so passionate about it, because to me, it's just like, of course, this is what people do. Of course, this is what somebody who has been out of the limelight for a long time is going to do to get back into the limelight.
That's my main point, and I don't like it.
Why does it bother you so much?
Because it's
you want him you want him to move on. Oh, shoot, I was throwing stuff. What do you want from him?
Exactly. Just move. Just.
You want him to move on.
The fact that he wanted to move on. He himself said, I want to quit this job, and do something else. But no, I'm going to come back years later and make a video and apologize and then become relevant again for doing this character that I quit on, that I quit on because I thought the grass was greener on the other fucking side. Bitch, you could have stayed to Steve. You could have been a legend. And now you're coming back. No, now you're coming back. And now it's disrespectful to the other fucking... It's disrespectful to the other fucking... I don't know their names. The other Steves that took his place.
That's disrespectful that you don't even know their names. And he was the Steve.
And he was the Steve, and he left.
Who else walked away? So many people have walked away because they want to do other things.
But what?
And he's coming back.
As Steve.
That's fine.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's fucking not. It makes me very upset.
He was a human being that had been doing the same job for a very long time.
He quit.
He wanted to be a regular person for a while. He wanted to travel. He wanted to use the money that he had made to go to school, to see the world. And once he had done that, once the people who had grew up on him and his show had grown up themselves, he decided to come back, check in. He probably made that apology as like a throwaway kind of thing that went viral.
It was not a throwaway. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Everybody else who was like, Steve, we missed you, Steve. I needed you, Steve, and you were gone. I accept your apology, Steve.
I'm mad at those people. I'm mad at him for even, because you know what would happen if he never would have come out and had an apology?
What?
Nothing.
The world would be a little bit darker.
No.
the world would be a little bit sadder.
He just changed the trajectory of Blue's Clues. And its
And you know what he did?
legacy.
You know what he did?
And he's tattered it.
I beg to fucking differ, dude. I think he fucking shot Blue's Clues back up to the fucking top of relevancy.
But that's not fair. Other people were involved in Blue's Clues, didn't give up on Blue's Clues. He gave up on Blue's Clues. He turned his back when everyone,
Mehgan.
and he was at the height of his career doing Blue's
Mehgan.
Clues, and everyone loved him. And he's like, you know what? Actually, I don't want to do this shit anymore, which is fine. Whatever. But don't come back.
Mehgan, let me give you a
Don't
perfect
come
example.
back
Comparison.
and be like, I'm your Steve.
Matt Smith was the 11th Doctor in Doctor Who.
Okay, bro, that's completely different.
Just like
No,
Steves
no,
regenerate into
no,
other Steves.
no,
to
that's not how it
continue
is.
on the
They're different
legacy.
characters, and
They come back sometimes after years of being gone. They still go to Doctor Who conventions.
but do you see him coming back?
He was in the movie. He was in the
Of
Blue's
course,
Clues
he was in the
movie.
movie.
He was in the new movie where the new
It just
Steve
pisses me off.
You know, he needs the
Just
help of all the
pisses me
Steves.
off. It just makes me upset. Like,
I'm just saying, Blue's Clues is like Doctor Who. The TARDIS is blue like the dog.
no,
is
you're
blue.
grasping at straws.
Steve regenerates.
No,
And
Steve wants to be relevant so badly.
Let him.
I don't want to. I don't want to. And the fact that I never in my adult life was like, what happened like to Steve? And I understand, like, oh yeah, what did happen? We know what happened. He said that he left. And that was on record. That was on paper. Everyone knew what happened. So why?
Do you think that Steve is kind of like he's doing what Elmo is doing, where he's just doing
what's
that?
Elmo doing?
Well, because Elmo put out that tweet or whatever that was like just checking in, just seeing how everybody's doing.
Elmo?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Elmo.
But Elmo didn't leave.
Well, I guess what you're saying is like Steve is a fictional character, right?
Yes.
And he is like active listening. He's doing the like duet style, like active listening.
Well,
videos
because that
in character.
No, yes, because that was what the show was. He would talk to you sitting in your living room and be like, you know, what do you think about it? You know, it's like Dora the Explorer. Like, can you say escuela? Good job. Like, that was a really big, I don't know if it's still in children's shows now, but that was a huge thing when I was growing up. Like, all kid shows did that.
Right. Like the pausing for you to
The
answer.
pausing for you to answer. So the fact that this fool's doing this shit on with his fucking what a fucking Apple Watch, and he's like like it irks me, and I know why, because it just feels so ingenuine, because he just decided one day, you know what, I need to do something. I need to do something. I'm going to fall back on this thing because everyone like enjoys it so much.
He's waiting.
And it's left a sour taste in my mouth, and not for the character, but for the actor.
He wasn't even acting though. That's the thing.
He wasn't acting.
I don't think he was Steve, were you? I don't think you were acting. I think that you had sort of like resigned to never act again. That wasn't what you wanted to do with your life. You went on to do other things, and
that's fine.
And then you came back when the world needed you most.
That's not true. Oh my god, that's what makes me so. And again, Josh wanted me to talk about this because it made me upset.
It's how upset it made you. It made me want you to talk about it. I just think it's funny how passionate you are about this thing.
It's just I literally forgot about it. I've talked about it multiple times when that video came out, and I was shocked. I was utterly like shaken to my fucking core, and I told you about it. And then I see it on TikTok again, and I was like, oh my god. And I wish like it felt genuine, and I wish it felt like, oh, this is you know, cool. Like, this is cool of him. But it just felt like he just came out of the woodwork because he knew that everyone would eat it up. That's what it feels like to me.
I just want to read a couple comments from Paladin saying, all I'm learning is that Blue's Clues was more important to Megan than it was to me, and that Steve hurt her.
James with the donation. Thanks, James.
Shout out, James.
Is this projecting a little? LOL. I'm projecting anger. I'm projecting rage.
Yeah.
I'm projecting my feelings.
You think Steve watches One Piece? Absolutely. I think he does. I think he's caught up. I think he's maybe he's like at the tail end of Wano. He's anime only though, I feel like. But he watches. Will said, are you saying Steve is the Avatar? Yes, because when the world needed him most, he did vanish. And Kev is saying, you are not my friend, Steve, which I think echoes sort of like how you feel about it. Mm-hmm.
It goes all into, right? It goes all into the cash grab of nostalgia. I mean, we've seen it. People are talking about like getting mad at Steve when you're really mad at techno feudalism. Like it is the grab of nostalgia. Like Ned's Declassified. Like why do we need a fucking podcast about that? Like why do we need adult actors talking about what they did when they were kids? And they're toast, by the way. So I really didn't enjoy it when it was on. I don't give a fuck about talking about it now.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
But there's just so many things like, God, there's just so many things like that make me so, I don't know why it makes me so angry. Because it's like, that was a time that it was successful.
Let it die.
Not let it die. It lives. It's a thing that still lives on in many people. You brought joy to many people. We don't necessarily need to be talking and hear you talk about giving BJs to everyone on the cast and crew. Because then it turns into something that is forever changed in your mind when you think about this show and you're like, oh damn, like that's what was going on. Like, or oh damn, this person didn't, it just soils it. It soils it.
I think we just need to have Steve on Adulting in Anime. We need to have him on. And we need to talk to him.
No. No. And again, for me, it just makes me upset. And that's fine.
I just love your passion. I really do, Megan. I get a kick out of it. I enjoy seeing other people passionately upset about things. It makes, because I have those things too. That like shouldn't bother me, but like really fucking bother me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Anyways, guys, sorry.
Anyway, I was asking Zigzag about this anime that he was talking about. Train to the End of the World. Do you know anything about this, Megan?
Yes, I do.
Have you seen it?
I haven't watched it yet.
Is it new?
Yes, it's new.
It is. Okay. It looks really cute. I think they kind of compared it to DIY in a way, maybe just like in its cuteness factor. It looks adorable, but it also looks like it will make me cry.
Oh.
Something about it.
Interesting.
Every time I see like an anime with like young girls like this in it, I feel like I'm going to weep. I feel like I'm going to cry. I feel like there's going to be some sort of like emotional, like, you know what I mean? Like huge revelation or something.
Interesting that you feel that way.
I do. I don't know what it is. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just, enjoy it. Maybe it'll just be a good time. But maybe
you'll cry yourself to sleep.
Because, it's like that. It's like the one where they go to Alaska.
Okay, that's like the only one that does that.
Or the other one, with the scissors.
Scissors?
What was that? Egg. Priority egg or something like
yeah.
that. Wonder Egg Priority.
Wonder Egg Priority.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure. This just looks like a really fun slice of life to me, but it could have some darker themes.
Okay.
And it's something about a train.
Batman first said, wait, unpack that BJ to everyone on the crew thing.
It wasn't. I was exaggerating.
I mean, not really, but
what's her name? I forget what her name was.
It was just
Mooney.
I forget her name too. It was the girl from Ned's Declassified. Mo.
Was it Mo?
Mose.
Mose, yeah, because she had
character's name.
Because she had a relationship with the main guy Ned,
Mm-hmm.
and she had some other relationships with people.
Yeah, I mean, she's actually out of all of them. I mean, I was like when they did their podcast talking about the show, I appreciated like hearing what she had to say about her experience, because she was, she was very open about like having a drug problem and even getting fired because of it, and like all of these things. She was pretty open and honest and vulnerable, talking about her sobriety and all these things. But just the TLDR, I guess, is when that what's it called? Something Quiet on Set documentary came out about the behind the scenes. Things that were going on at Nickelodeon. Like they released a TikTok or a video of them like laughing about it, saying like that
essentially like, good thing that didn't happen to me.
Like couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me. I couldn't have been molested as a child. Couldn't be me though.
Which is wild.
Damn, it's like crazy that that's you though. Crazy that that's y'all. Like, oh, okay, for sure. What are we talking about? But again, the show. Okay.
Ned's? I loved Ned's.
Yeah,
dude.
no, it was a good show.
Coconut
the podcast, again, made me it's soured.
Yeah.
Soured.
He said, no, y'all can't just move on after that. Yeah, it was crazy, dude. It was so disrespectful. And I don't even know why they thought that was a good idea.
Because they think that they're the shit.
It was live. They think that they're the shit. Live or some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't
TikTok
know. Again, like these things, I don't know. People get big heads. No pun intended. Yeah. Big Neds and big heads.
Big Neds and big coconut heads. All right, I want to look at some of these clips we got, just in case people missed it. I want to pull this up. I want to watch these. I want to relive this because I haven't relived it since we did the stream, and I there was a lot going on, and I had a really good time on Jay's first ever agenda reverie.
Oh no,
it's your kitchen.
So Jay's shorts editor reached out to us, sent us some clips of us from that stream, and I just want to watch them together and kind of relive the fun that was the agenda, bro. And can I say that, like, that is to me how I enjoy One Piece. That's what I'm talking about right there. Like that was so fun. Of course I love story, and of course I love, like, getting analytical from time to time, but like the silliness and the goofiness of agenda is a lot of fun. I know it can it's not everybody's thing, I guess, but Jay put out a video about agenda, explaining agenda, that it's not really how he views it, this like toxic thing, more than it is just like another way of showing how much you love something by just like goofing around with other people who love it. He said it way better than I did, but it was so fun. And I mean, hopefully he does another one.
Yeah.
Hopefully he does another one. So I have it pulled up. Let me see. These are just the highlights. There's only a couple. We got the first one here.
Josh, please.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me make sure the volume is okay. This was from the Mihawk versus Shanks agenda. And I got to admit, dude, I was proud of myself for this one. I'm going to give myself a little bit of credit here. I was proud of myself for this one.
Tell me the argument.
First of all, I don't think I have to say much because Morge freaking killed it, dude, and we're going to take this. But if I had to add anything, I would say that everybody's focused on the paint, right? The painting of the blade. But what people aren't even considering is if the paint itself has been infused with hockey.
Oh.
All right.
I didn't think about
Wait a minute. Yeah.
I did not think
new
about
agenda.
that.
Okay.
That is a new agenda. That's a new agenda. Chat. We have a new agenda.
So everybody, of course, when they talk about Mihawk and they want to call Mihawk a fraud, they say he painted his blade black with paint.
Mm-hmm.
And here I pose the question, why can't the paint be infused with hockey?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a valid question, an assumption to make, and I think needs to be, brought up in future discussions about Mihawk, and whether or not he is a fraud.
It's true.
This is
Cole, you keep saying
Megan?
bottom, right? But you're missing one word. Power. He rams that shit up, okay? He backs
Power
that
bottom.
shit up, okay? Look at them cheeks. He is cheeked up, using that sword between his ass cheeks. He knows how to clench. He has a grip.
God!
His
I
reaction
need
is so
He has
funny.
his
I need
Kegel,
my Bible.
and he
I need
does
my
them
Bible.
well.
I need
I'm just
my
gonna
Bible.
rapid fire these because I've
a good
been holding back.
Oh, shit.
Only time Zoro
Hearing
liked the kid
myself
was when he
talk
was one
sometimes.
himself. I'll just
I
say that.
can't.
No explanation
Ooh.
needed.
Okay, all right.
Zoro uses 3 swords. Sanji has none. That's interesting. I think we should look
Wow.
into that.
Okay.
Sanji is faster than Zoro, but that's that's not for up to debate. I'm not debating that. But that also is in bed.
Got him.
And I'll just say that
Fact.
as it is.
He's never been. Never mind.
Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's keep going,
I was about to
please.
say, don't
That's
you
very
set
good.
that up.
Very
Mark.
good.
Don't you
Very
set that
good.
up.
180 centimeters Sanji. That's his height. 181 centimeters is Zoro. That's it. He's got an extra inch, and that extra inch means a lot. And that's all I'll say.
Yep.
Actually, 1 centimeter is not 1 inch, but yes.
Oh my goodness.
Can I make
Okay.
That's all
All
right.
right, Shonen.
Another great point, dude. Everybody kept, as part of their ammunition against Zoro, Cole wanted to pull up a picture of Makenyu and Inyaki, suggesting that they had some sort of relations,
Fucking.
as if to say that made Zoro less of a badass, when the term is power bottom, power being the key word. Thank you, Megan, for pointing that out.
You're welcome.
Beautiful moment. I think, you really turn the tide with this one. What's the other highlight that the double standard one? That one's okay. Emerald, I think those are my 2 personal highlights. There's some other ones that we have
same. I mean, I think that was the best of what we said in the whole thing.
Yeah, how long did that end up going for? Because we had to.
I
head
think
out
it
a
went
little early.
for. I don't know actually. I don't know the exact cap.
Man, dude, I had such a good time. It's been a crazy break couple of weeks. We're almost back. So close. But I mean, obviously we did the Agenda Reverie. We did a stream with Preach.
Mm-hmm.
We did a stream with am I forgetting another stream that we did? We have one with Par coming up. I mean, I feel like
we were we collab with Joy Girl.
The Joy Girl collab.
I posted a lot of our collabs and the announcements on Discord, but
yeah, it was the Joy Girl collab. It was the Agenda Reverie. It was the Preach stream.
Yeah. What is it?
And then Par's coming up.
Yeah.
Man,
They were fun. I mean, all of it, if you could scroll up a little bit in the announcements tab in our Discord, you could see a bunch of links to those.
Just in case anybody's missed anything, those are some things outside of like things that we've been doing on our channel that we've also been up to. You said announcements tab. Let me see right here. Oh, I see. Yeah, right here. Yeah. Oh, you got them all linked up in the announcements in the Discord. Cool. Yeah. I'll pull this up just so everybody can see. But yeah, man, good stuff, man. We've been making the most of our time.
GG.
And it's just been fun. It's just been so fun. Shout out. We got Physical Brute, I believe.
Physical Brute.
Yes, Physical Brute. I didn't even see. The thing is, I was scrolling and I didn't even read the name. I just saw the icon and I fucking knew it was Physical Brute. Physical Brute, member for 18 months.
Let's go.
A nice 18 months. Let's go. Also, love you guys. Love you
Thank you.
Physical brute. Thank you.
Hee hee hee.
You're forgetting one word. Bottom, said Kev. Gavin said the power bottom comment took me out. That was such a good moment, dude. That was so funny. Oh. Let me see. Where is that? Is that in the community live section?
Yes.
Oh, Kev with
Okay, yeah. We'll move on after this.
Kev with the response in the community live section. Where is it?
Josh can never find any of the tabs.
There's too many.
It's actually so funny. Every time.
It's too many. Okay. Hold on. I'm in the tab now. I just got to scroll to find we can talk about. I do want to briefly talk about this after I look at this. This is at the bottom, right? From Kev DOG, he stepped up when Steve stepped out. We will not forget you, Joe. Fucking Joe. Dude. Fucking Joe. If you tell me you're a Blues Clues fan and I say, what is your era? And you say, Joe?
They look related.
I think in the show they were, I think
they were too. I think it was like his cousin or something.
Something like that.
But they had to do something.
I mean, the show must go on. The show must go on. I think that there's only one Steve in my heart, and it's the man on the
it's
right.
not. They didn't replace him and call him Steve. It's a different character. Okay,
because they couldn't.
Doran Ross said Joe is baby. I agree. Joe is baby and needs to be protected.
Okay, I didn't know that people had such strong allegiances when it came to Blues Clues.
Joe is baby.
There was another thing, a couple other things I wanted to talk about. One being, I see Paladin having posted something about it in the community live section. This is a good time to go through that section to kind of catch up a bit. Paladin posted that Netflix's live action Avatar The Last Airbender showrunner, Albert Kim, has stepped down and will no longer be showrunner of season 2 or of season 3. I have an article here as well already kind of pulled up because I did want to mention that. I just got to make sure I'm on the right screen. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, because I was kind of looking at it before. There are going to be 2 people filling his shoes. He's going to take on a more executive producer role in the show. Now, I did a whole ass solo stream where I talked about how I felt about Avatar The Last Airbender. I was a little underwhelmed. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I was very middle of the road. It had its good moments and its not so good moments. Shortly after the release of the first season, they announced that it was getting not just a second, but a third. And then came the news that Albert Kim was stepping down. I think and hope that if anything else, this is just a sign of good news, changing of the guard, putting it in the hands of people who are going to execute, I think, certain moments I will say a little better than were executed in season 1. I think this is a good sign. I mean, I don't have anything against, Albert Kim, especially since it seems like he's still going to be involved in the show as an executive producer. But at least there is some sort of change within the sort of like regime to give it to potentially more capable, to put it in more capable hands. I think the woman, I believe her name is, it's in the article. Let's see. Christine Boylan. She's worked on The Punisher and Cloak and Dagger. So she has taken over showrunner for Kim she wrote episode 3 of the first season, Omashu. She has been attached to the series since the writer's room for season 2 was formed in early 2023. In a press release, Netflix officially confirmed Christine's position and revealed that Jabbar Raysani, Stranger Things, will also serve as producing director alongside Boylan. Raysani directed episodes 3 and 4 during season 1 and served as VFX supervisor throughout season 1. So it might just be her then. But either way, I think this is a good sign. I love Avatar. I always will. But I think I've come to just sort of accept, finally, that the live action adaptation is going to be whatever it's going to be.
Of course.
And I'm not saying that doesn't mean I need a 1-for-1 comparison. I'm not that naive. But if I end up not liking season 2 or season 3, if I end up being middle of the road like I was on season 1, I mean, the animated series is still going to exist and exist in the way I remember it and love it. And I mean, I guess, I just really I wanted my socks to be knocked off.
Yeah.
Especially after OPLA. And I'm kind of in this weird place now with it where it's just if it's good, awesome. If it's not, whatever. That's really how I feel. I just don't even fucking care as much anymore. But
it is what it is.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Nothing. You can't do anything. That's what's crazy about it. You just have to watch it and have your own opinion. And that's it.
Yeah. Paladin said, "Oh, Mashu writer, cringe." You know what's crazy about writers' rooms, though? I've always found it very, the crediting system, I guess a little, part of me wants to say odd. I've never been in a writer's room, so I can't speak to this exactly, but from the people I have talked to, how I understand it to work is that it is almost like a think tank where a bunch of people are in a room pitching storylines, pitching directions, ideas, character arcs, and it's very collaborative.
Mm-hmm.
And then one person gets the notes from everybody else and takes those notes and turns them into a script, and they get credit for that episode. Which just to me means that just because she wrote Omashu doesn't mean that that was all her. That was, I think, the ideas of everybody in that room.
Yeah.
And it was just her task to take those ideas and to be the person to type them out into a script. So I don't know. It's always felt weird to credit one person with that, I guess. But I mean, I get it. Doran is saying writing rooms are about politics. It's literally about politics, selling ideas, and one person has control over everything. Tess said, by the way, there was some speculation that season 2 will have even less episodes than season 1. Tess, I hope that that's not true. I think a lot of people were hoping it'd have more, 1 or 2 more.
Well, maybe they're slowing it down.
But I think it would still be 1 season per book.
Oh.
So they would have to cram even more into a season. Got it. Which I don't think would be very good. Will is saying, if I had to compare Avatar, it would be to something like Mass Effect. Nothing's ever going to beat that OG trilogy, but every new Mass Effect thing I'll be excited for. Same with Avatar. I guess I do, not that I played Mass Effect, but I guess I do feel similarly. I am excited about anything that is Avatar because of how much I love the original series. I'm excited about the movie that's apparently still going to be coming out, the animated movie about adult Team Avatar. And apparently there is another series in the works at Avatar Studios that is going to follow the Avatar that's after Korra. And from things that have been released or leaked, rather, it seems to be taking a cyberpunk kind of tone, because it's going to be, a bit farther into the future. Obviously, Korra's a bit farther, and then after that, it's going to be even farther. That is because of some job postings that I think leaked, some synopsises of the series that they were like giving to potential artists who were applying. I'm excited for all that stuff. I'm just kind of very cold on the live action right now. That could change. When a season 2 fucking trailer will drop and I'll be fucking hype again.
That is very true.
Yeah. Tess said, Book 2 is considered noticeably more important than Book 1 for most fans. Also, many fans consider it to be the best section of Avatar. Yeah, I just think that pretty unanimously everybody feels like Avatar, at least in my opinion, is a constant. It's on an upward trajectory, I guess. Season 2 I felt was definitely better than season 1. And while season 2 was really, really good, I still really liked season 3. I felt it got better and better until it ended. And even Will saying, I debated rewatching Korra, but I remember not loving it and I don't want to pay for Paramount Plus for a show I remember thinking was really meh. I think Korra should be on Netflix. It should be. I like Korra a lot, dude. And I rewatched the first episode, and people hate season 2 of Korra. But overall, it's nothing compared to the OG series, but I liked it, and I would rewatch it. Anyway, just some interesting Avatar, The Last Airbender live action news. We got a trailer as well. A trailer for a film that I think a lot of people were excited about, anticipating. And that trailer is for the second Joker movie, Folie à Deux. Folly of Two.
Oh, I was like, do you know what that means?
Yeah. It means Folly of Two. I think it's French. I don't fucking know.
Interesting. It is French.
It is? Whew. Now, Megan, you actually had some very interesting perspective on this trailer.
Yeah. I mean, it's just from the trailer. I haven't watched the film yet, so I don't know exactly. But I don't know. I don't want to base anything off the trailer alone, so.
Okay.
Will said I thought it was madness for 2.
I think it's Folly. Because it's Folie à Deux. But
something's going on outside.
That's neither here nor there. This is also said, Josh, you look like Varric from Legend of Korra. I'll take that, bro. Varric is cool, dude. He's goofy.
Yeah, I thought that based off of the trailer, again, Harley Quinn, again, just like the Joker, they are characters that have been in media for a really long time, whether that be in the comic books or live action. We've seen a lot of them recently due to Suicide Squad and Batman, and just Batman and Superman being reused within a washing machine for a lot of years. So we've seen a lot of iterations of them. I will say I understand Harley Quinn and I guess the direction they're going through with now, because obviously we know the origin, right? She was a psychiatrist who fell in love with the Joker, and we've seen it over and over and over again. In the trailer, it looks like she is just a part of the asylum. She is just a person who's already there, so that's already interesting. And it is interesting that they're kind of painting him to be like this good guy. And it,
Troubled.
I guess troubled. I sure. But the whole thing with like the Joker and Harley Quinn is that they're not good together, and I'm sure the movie will show that, but maybe it won't. I don't know. Like it might be a situation where they're like really, really, really into each other, and something happens, and then they're really, really against each other because like that's their relationship. Like I feel like the Joker never loved Harley Quinn, and Harley Quinn loved the Joker too much and was like just used a lot of the time. So to see him being like, I like now I'm not alone, now I have someone. It's were you mouthing what I was saying?
No.
Oh, that was trippy.
No, I'm listening.
I thought you were like listening. You're like
No,
oh, that was weird.
I'm feeding you your lines.
Oh yeah. But yeah, like, and that's not to compare like Harley Quinn, like Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn to Margot's at all, because there's been so many fucking Batmans.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can compare, and Jokers too. You know, that was a thing when this movie came out, and even Suicide Squad. People were like, it's not going to be as good as Ledger's Joker. It's not going to be. No one's going to top that. And it's not about like topping her like character, and there are so many different, again, iterations of Harley Quinn as a character. But I think you were even saying too, like, it's interesting to see how much they are changing these characters. To at what point are they just slapping Joker on it to get people to watch versus like just having a sadistic guy hate society? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then meeting someone in a like asylum, like this could just have been its own movie without having been these characters, because they don't feel like you know what I mean?
Yeah. A Beautiful I said they're toxic. And I agree. Will even saying like it's a very one-sided relationship, like you were saying, Megan. She loves him and he uses her, which is their relationship in the comics, at least, like how it has been for a long time. Patricio saying the title is actually a diagnosis for shared psychosis. It's not just French for being pretentious.
That's actually cool.
That is very cool. That is very cool. The name is awesome. And my
no, she's
Grant's here.
Oh, hey, and it's not about the acting ability. Again, it's not to compare her and Margot at all. It's just I think the character.
Right.
And that goes for the Joker too.
Right.
I'm just curious to see that, or if this is a completely changed movie and they do like run off into the sunset together.
Yeah, I when we saw the trailer, you were expressing a lot of these things, and it kind of got me thinking. First of all, I am going to watch this movie.
Yeah.
I think Lady Gaga is a fucking fantastic actor. I think she's great. I think she's really good. And I think she's going to be a great Harley Quinn, or at least has the potential to be a great Harley Quinn. I also am not going to like make a harsh judgment on the movie, or an extreme judgment on the movie based on just that trailer. But I was a little like, again, middle of the road on the trailer, whereas previously I thought I would have been like over the moon with it based on like the things I had heard, because of what you were saying, Megan. I don't hate. I actually love when a story that is adapted can be, or is, you know, tweaked or changed, as long as it works, right? To tell a different story, to tell a new story, to tell a fresh story. I can appreciate that. But how far does it go, or can it go before it's not even that character anymore? Exactly.
And I think that especially that was like one of the, that's a, you know, a big appeal, or like a big part of both of their characters and why they came together in the first place, because she was a psychiatrist and they were talking to each other on a one-on-one basis for a while, until she started and he started to like, you know, maybe get into her mind and kind of like turn her a certain way, or she just decided, you know what, I've always been this person. I want to be, I want to go and walk the path that you're walking now. And, they became inseparable. And that would have been such a cool concept for the film, to see that slow descent into her madness when he was already kind of there. And, to have them heighten it would have been very cool. Not saying that this isn't going to be good, not saying this isn't going to be interesting or good or cool or whatever, because obviously she's already in there. And maybe they're just like, oh, she was a psychiatrist, but, somewhere else. Or, oh, she wasn't at all. She's just, a person who is in the asylum now. But I don't know. It's expectations, because we've seen it again and again and again, that storyline. But we've never, unless in the comics, never really seen it flushed out in a full length film.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I was expecting.
Yeah, from and again, this is just based on the little teaser trailer. I mean, we could be completely off on what this movie is actually going to be about.
No, I have whatever it's about. It's not even expectation. It's just they're changing this.
Yeah, but it does seem like, to your point, Megan, it does seem like she is a patient in the asylum already, and the Joker, because a lot of the story is told from Arthur's perspective, his perspective, so he is lonely and misunderstood, and he's looking to feel less lonely, and to find somebody who understands him, and he feels like he finds that in
that's what I'm saying, they're just gonna be together and it's gonna be great,
unless it is from his warped sort of perspective, and by the end of the movie we see that his perspective is, and intentions are more, and actions are more selfish,
or they're both selfish, or they're both crazy. I mean, that plays into the title of the movie. I mean, maybe maybe it's going to be a really high when it comes to their romance and how they need each other, or because he's a very fragile person. Joaquin's Joker is a very fragile guy.
Yeah, he seems like he's always on the verge
brink
of snapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where she seems everything that she's doing seems calculated.
Right.
Which is a cool take.
Yeah.
Because again, I think someone else said more recently they've been turning it to where Harley Quinn is the instigator of a lot of things, and he just kind of goes along with her.
Yeah.
So
it's tricky because there can be an evolution to a character, right? A character can be featured in so many stories that they need to eventually evolve and change, and to continue to stay relevant and to be fresh. But I just again, it feels. It's not exactly what I was expecting, even though I'm open to the musical elements of it, and I'm still open to the movie. I'm still open to see where it's going to go and the story it's going to tell. But I was a little I guess the trailer gave me something that I wasn't quite expecting.
Yeah. A Beautiful Lie with the dono. Thank you, Beautiful Lie.
Damn, son.
Shout out, A
Where'd
Beautiful
you
Lie.
find this?
How do you guys feel about it being a musical? For me, I'm loving that they're trying new things. I like it too because it plays into, is it a musical or is it not a musical? Why? Because they're insane. And it's like fucking Wonka. I don't think any of the songs actually happened.
Right.
I think it was all in his brain. So I think that, and even in the trailer, they kind of dropped that bomb pretty early, music is important. They're really pushing the music thing. And it's Lady Gaga, no shit. We need to have her sing in anything that she's in, because she's fucking amazing. And I feel it'll be good. It'll be cool. It'll bring that level of insanity. I think it'll heighten it.
Yeah.
Because it's how can they be doing a musical number, where they're at? How could they
exactly.
be, So I think that's cool.
I 100% agree. I really like it. I think it's a great direction to take it, especially with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. And exactly like what you said, Megan, I think it's going to be a really good way to watch their story kind of unfold, and could play into this very, it has the potential, I think, to play into these sort of horrific aspects of what they're doing. They could be doing very awful, evil things, but it could cut back and forth to
singing,
to the singing and the theatrics,
dancing,
and it could make it seem like way more manic, way more crazy, a lot scarier. So I actually think it's going to work really well. I'm really excited about that aspect of it.
And a member comment from Constantino.
Shout
Thank
the
you.
fuck out, Constantino.
A member for 3 months. Let's go. Have a fun stream, guys. Loving the R1 and R2 reaction videos, even though I still think the dub is miles better and you can still switch. LOL. It's 1 a.m. Good night.
Good night, Constantinos. Thank you. I think that they meant maybe the sub. The sub is miles better, and you can switch.
Well, Constantinos, you just said the dub is miles better.
You just said it.
So
anytime in the future you say that the sub is better, we're going to screenshot this and we're going to send it back to you. No, I get that. I totally get that. I'm sure I feel the same way about a lot of series.
I'm Lelouch of I can't do it.
I can't do it either. I was going to try, but I can't.
I'm Lelouch. I can't. No, it's bad. Okay, we're moving on. We do this too much. After every reaction, we just try.
You do it, but you're good at it sometimes. Like you got a good Nonali, you got a good Colin, you got a really good Shirley, and you got a good C2. I would say C2 is your best. I would
say Lelouch is my best, but
I would not say that. I would not say that.
I would say Lelouch is my best,
but we're having a blast, Constantino. Thank you.
Zigzag, yes. Yes. That's so funny because I think that he did sing in that movie. Joaquin.
What are you talking about?
In the Johnny Cash movie.
Oh.
So everyone's like, I haven't heard him sing. I'm like, that was literally him, and he was good in that movie.
Yeah, he was great.
I hear that. Oh, is that? That's Johnny. I hear that. No, I think that's Johnny. That's not Elvis. I hear the train a coming.
I think that's Ring of Fire.
Rolling down the bend.
Yeah, it's Ring of Fire. Yeah.
That was pretty good. I'm scaring myself a little bit with like it's freaking coming out of me, Johnny Cash, right now. Oh fuck. For real.
James with a super chat. Shout out, James.
Thanks, James.
Hope that Gaga's Harley Quinn isn't just a sex object like the Margot Robbie one and really most animated one since has become.
Yeah, it's been a real and they try to like I guess they didn't really try, but like the first one, yeah, for sure. Suicide Squad, yeah. And then the second movie, not so much. They try to like twist it into being like she's over being that. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Margot Robbie is a perfect Harley Quinn. Like, I think her energy and her performance, like, I think she's really good at being Harley Quinn. I don't think she had the best material to work with all the time.
Yeah.
I never saw like Birds of Prey or anything like that.
I saw it.
But you like it?
That's kind of like what I said. They kind of like took it in a different direction. I feel.
You were talking about in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think Gaga's Harley Quinn, at least I feel like she's going to be a much, much darker,
more
troubled
adult.
Yeah,
adult in not like I'm a sexy way. Adult in like I'm dealing with adult shit. Type of
like
way.
I got a fucking lot going on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think she's going to be great. But I'm also prepared. Like, I don't know, man. I know that people are pretty passionate about the first Joker movie. I feel like a lot of people really like with Joaquin Phoenix. A lot of people really love it, but then a lot of people hate it.
Yeah.
And I do fall into the camp. I've spent a while since I've seen it, but I do remember after my first viewing of it, leaving the theater, really liking it. There was only one thing I really didn't like about it. It was a small nitpick. But for the most part, I enjoyed it a lot. I thought the cinematography, first and foremost, was fucking out of this world. And it seems to be true of the second movie, too. I loved Joaquin. I loved the slow descent. I really enjoyed a lot of it, most of it. But I'm also like, it does feel, someone I think said this earlier, it does feel like it could have been lightning in a bottle. And the second time, they might not be as lucky. But I'm not expecting it to be bad. I'm also not expecting it to be great. I'm going in heart open.
Sure.
Grant, member for 5 months.
It's your kitchen.
Shout out Grant. Hope you guys have been doing okay.
We've been doing okay.
We've been doing okay, Grant.
We've been doing just okay.
We've been doing okay, yeah.
Not great, but okay.
Yeah, okay. Okay's a good way to say
Not
it.
fantastic, but all right.
But all right. But okay.
Not. I'm just kidding. I just keep
Are
saying.
you all right?
Can I hear you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, Grant, thank you for asking. I hope you're doing okay.
Hope you're doing okay, Grant.
But
Thanks for
it's
asking.
just sometimes in the YouTube streets, it gets tough. It
In
gets
the regular
tough.
streets too.
It
In the real streets.
Definitely in the regular streets. Definitely in the regular streets. Probably more. Probably more than the YouTube streets.
Well, let's say the YouTube streets lead to the streets.
Lead to the real streets. They're a side street on the main street
Yeah.
of life.
Yeah. For us.
Yeah. But yeah, we've been good. It's just been kind of tough. I guess trying to plan and chart our course.
Trajectory of the channel
Yeah.
and what changes we need. Like, I want to say, like, oh, we changed here because we wanted to. Like, I feel like we're at the point now where, like, we need to change something. We need to change the channel, because if we don't change the channel, which is like not saying that it's like disappearing, but I'm saying like changes that need to be made, because if they're not made, then it could result in the channel not existing in the capacity that it has been for the years that it has been going on.
I would say that's a better way to say it.
Yeah.
In that capacity.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I feel like it's also just like constantly like fucking everything in life. It's a constant learning experience, making peace with certain things, like kind of drawing our own like lines, like really like,
and making mistakes.
Yes, for sure. And doing, like making hard decisions sometimes, very hard actually, and just doing what makes sense for us and our like well-being, but also like,
and for the longevity of the channel in general.
Yes. Yes.
That's pretty much it. Like the longevity of the channel is what we've been discussing, because the track that we're going on and have been going on the past like 2 years, and not to say that it hasn't been like so much fun, and like everything that we've done and we've been able to do is because of you guys, and like we're so grateful for everything. But
truly,
no, yeah. I wouldn't change anything, but if we keep doing what we've been doing, we're going to like essentially crash and burn. And
I think we've been working harder, not smarter.
And we've said this to you guys before, and we feel it come and go, because sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's really bad. And it is just a thing of like, if we want to keep doing what we're doing emotionally and physically for the channel, like,
and shit, financially,
too. I mean, then things need to give.
I mean,
in a perfect world, nothing would change, but
for real. Grant also saying, I'm doing okay. My B-day is the 16th, and I've got a 12-hour shift on that day. Fuck that, Grant.
Ooh,
Fuck that.
He's getting his own birthday money.
Call out.
Birthday
12
money.
hour? That's a double, bro.
Birthday money.
Fun stuff. I think y'all's channel has been doing great. Thank you, Grant.
Thanks.
Digging Josh's hair, he also said, growing it out. Yeah, I'm trying to be like Grant. I'm trying to get that long hair like Grant. Vombi, at least you guys are self-aware and actively working on yourselves and growing. You guys will succeed no matter what. Thank you.
Thanks.
Vombi.
Thanks, Vombi.
A beautiful eye. Classic free run ending in V1 stream. Oh, yeah. Are you all
All
right?
right. I want to do a free run stream. Maybe we
I
could do
do
that.
too.
Maybe we could do that app for the next community live, an all free run stream.
I mean, I want to celebrate it.
Well, we could talk about the whole season. Season 1, we can go through
I would
some
like that.
highlights, maybe some tier lists for characters, maybe some like 1v1 who would win type shit.
I
You
would love to
know?
do that in cosplay. It's not really in the budget.
I
right
would
now.
like to too. I would like to too. I want to do it. I wanted to do that for our Halloween though.
Okay,
I thought it'd be so funny if we were Free Ren and Fern.
Fern. And I was
But you're
Free
Free Ren and
you
I'm
were
Fern. Yeah.
I mean, we can still work towards that.
But yeah,
Shin?
that'd be so fun. I mean, let's get a little link going.
Shit.
If you guys want to
fun.
see that, again, we're in
We're always down.
we're always down. I was gonna say we're in the trenches.
Yeah.
So any help is appreciated. But
Shin saying, I appreciate the vulnerability and honesty, guys. Hope the best for you. Thank you, Shin.
thanks, Shin. We appreciate
we
it.
even had to, and that's why we had to take some time off of the community lives too. If I'm being real, which me and Megan kind of talked about this before even we went live today, but there is this pressure, I feel like sometimes, to do certain things, not just because we want to deliver on the things that we've promised, right? But also because like we need to make sure that we're, doing the things that we need to do to survive, right? But it got to a point where, because of everything else we were doing, like because of the adulting and anime stuff, because of like the setting in motion of like the Dunland Saga, which meant like finishing Dan to Dan, catching up on Chainsaw Man, which we did do. We just never posted it publicly to YouTube. It's still up for Patreon members. But yeah, like doing all of those things, like it just felt for a while like we didn't have enough time to really dedicate to making like a community live, like something not just hopefully fun, but like it didn't even feel like there was anything that particular week that we felt
very passionately about to talk about.
Talking about,
Mhm.
right? Like, so we have felt a couple times, because there were a couple times where we're like, okay, well, we should go live because, we go live every Wednesday. But then we thought, like,
Yeah.
is it better to go live just to go live, or should there should be something that we're excited to talk about?
Yeah, and that's not to say like I've added the community a handful of times to like ask for ideas for community lives, and all those are great ideas. And that's not to say that they're not and we don't want to talk about those things. It's just that me and Josh like to be prepared and like to have time to like prepare things before we sit down and talk about them. So sometimes it's like, damn, okay, we won't even have time to like prepare for someone else's idea. That's great.
Oh yeah.
It's just like the time
100%.
that goes into these. And we will definitely be working on like having an exact like form of
like a format
for consistency for the community lives. We kind of used to have that a bit, but they're always changing. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we know you guys understand.
That's the thing. Like we know you guys for the most part. Everybody who tunes into these streams like is like family, chill.
Sorry, I'm whistling
I was like,
for Tony. I'm just he's being bad.
but yeah, I mean, we are also feeling like, I guess not even guilty is the right way to say it, but like there were community lives consistently for a while there where we were
every week.
Well, no, where we were having a huge game or segment or something, challenge or something at the end. And we really liked doing that. And
I love doing that. It just feels like we've been,
feels like we've done everything.
I know. That's what kind of sucks.
But yeah, that's also another reason why we just took a little time out, because, when the Folie Deux trailer and obviously reading the first chapter of Centuria and, all these other things that have been going on, we felt like excited to come talk about something, and so that's why we didn't go live for a couple weeks, because we were like, I guess just felt like we would have just been doing it to do it, and we just didn't want to do that, I guess. You know what I mean? We just didn't want to. We wanted to value the time of anybody who came into one of these by like having a clear roadmap, even if we do go on tangents from time to time. But yeah. Elizabeth said, I saw, where is it? I am back. Expect a new avatar when you see me in chat soon.
Woo!
Woo! I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. I'm ready for it. You know, times change, and so must I. One of my favorite Doctor Who quotes. I'm ready for it.
So must I.
But it's gonna take me a minute.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
I'll be right back.
Oh.
Do you guys want to see Tony? Oh, clapping. Oh, they do. Okay.
I forgot you took your earphone out.
I was like, wait, why are you looking at me?
Ham said, is the new series on Viz Plus, Jump Plus? I mean, yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Tony bad? That's impossible. Yeah. Impossible. I want to jump back over to the community live tab for a bit. See what else is popping over there. Beans. Let me see what Beans is saying in here. Alvida's live action actress has apparently been losing weight on her own to prepare for season 2. That's crazy. I mean, she is and was a highlight of season 1.
Yeah.
The dedication to the character, to the role. There's Tony, by the way.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to pick up his toy off the floor so he doesn't attack me.
He's gotten bigger, though. He really
has gotten bigger. Show him on the full screen. See? Tony.
Both of his balls finally dropped. It's just a little testicle update.
I
for
can't.
you.
Hi, say hi, Tony.
Look at he's long. He's long.
Say hi. Ow! I know he doesn't like being up here like this. Say hi. Say hi to the people.
Yeah, he does not. He's not having it right now.
Say
He's
hi.
being a diva.
Total diva. Okay. Say bye.
Oh my God, was that his head? Oh my God.
Wiggling around.
Oh my God.
He got his toy.
That was crazy.
I'm just gonna see if he has to go outside.
Okay. Yeah, this is crazy, dude. She was a highlight of season 1. I mean, that's crazy. I can't. She looks amazing. She looks amazing. For Toriyama Sandland, the series. I never knew what this series was about. I wish we could watch it on stream, but I definitely will check it out off stream. We have Buck's Basement.
Shitty.
OPLA season 2 equals 10 episodes, according to, is that streamer news? Woo. If that's true, then that's a W. That's a massive W. I cannot wait, and hopefully, I don't know where it's at in terms of, you know, the making of it, but hopefully we get something soon. Just a little something. I don't need nothing big. Maybe casting announcement, you know, something. I just hope we get something soon. I'm itching. Jonathan R., remember for 19 months. Oh my God. I just got in. What did I miss? You did your PS5 reveal? Lisan Al-Gaib Megan gonna game with legendary Josh Beard on streams. Subtle PS5 reminder. LOL. You did miss it, Jonathan R. We had a whole segment. I mean, the reason Megan's not here right now, actually, is because she's sweeping up the confetti because we had, those things, the little, like, I guess they're like poppers or whatever. You know what I mean? We revealed the PS5, shot those off, and Megan just got back from cleaning up all the confetti. You just missed it.
You just missed it.
You just missed it. Paladin said OBLA Season 2 filming starts in June. Oh, man. I'm so fucking lit, dude. I'm so fucking lit. But, yeah. 10 episodes would be lit. That's all I'm saying. It'd be sick. Catching up on some more community live stuff. Oh, that new Parasite show is out. Has anybody watched it? I've been hearing some pretty good things about it. I know it doesn't take place exactly in the same. It's not the same story from the manga. But hey, if they had a story to tell that they felt like was interesting and achievable in a more realistic way in live action, and they did their own thing, if it's good, it's good. I'll watch it. It looks crazy. The visual effects look amazing. I've been hearing good things. Something about Boogie right here. What is this? That's what this guy's name is, right? Boogie?
I have no
Except
idea.
he wasn't implying it. He was actually nude, and his excuse was that his belly was so large that it was covering up his own genitalia.
Now, what other?
What? Paladin out of context is crazy. Maybe it was a response to something else. Ooh, some voice actor reveals. Out of context, that shit was so funny, dude. Some more anime trailers. Netflix is getting the hottest anime series on the planet. What? Hold on, Paladin. What is this? Jujutsu Kaisen is coming to Netflix. Netflix is about to get hit with a lot of new anime in the coming months, not the least of which is the massive hit anime Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, shit. Netflix is taking over, dude. They never stopped winning. Godzilla vs. Kong. I know Mega's been dying to see that, too. Oh, the Jacob video. Yeah, the Jacob video came out, too. On Usopp's birthday. Beans took a couple of screenshots. Some tiny season 2 hints within Jacob's April Fool's video. Usopp Redemption. We see that right here. Usopp Redemption arc.
Right.
Okay. We see there comes a time when a man has to stand and fight. Okay. This guy, I mean, okay, this is funny. This is funny. But I mean, are they genuine Easter eggs? Because they combed this video a million times to make sure they didn't actually release anything that they didn't mean to release. So are they actual?
No, it's definitely planted.
I mean, but it could still be planted, but a genuine Easter egg for people to look forward to in season 2. Because it does, line up with some things. The video is so funny, by the way.
Yeah, we watched the video.
God. Jacob is fucking Usopp, dude. He just is Usopp. Mm-hmm. Let me make sure. Oh, there was a new Dan to Dance. And Dan to Dance coming to Netflix too. Bro, Netflix is fucking winning. What are they doing? Bro, if a Crunchyroll, I'm so ready, dude. I'm so ready for the Netflix takeover. I'm ready. I'm ready to cancel my Crunchyroll. They got One Piece. They're getting Dan to Dan. Jujutsu Kaisen now. Fucking, I don't even need Crunchyroll for Kaiju number 8 because that's going to be free on X, apparently. My Hero's coming out, too. I know Megan's really excited about that. Right, Megan?
Sure.
Now, what are you most excited about?
In general? Like, what do you mean?
I mean, just, yeah, in general. In general.
I don't know.
Okay. Just asking.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm most excited for. Apothecary season 2, whenever that comes out. How about that?
Yeah. It's over now, huh?
Yeah.
That's sad.
It is sad.
Oh, here was that Hot D stuff, that Beautiful Lie.
Oh, yeah.
Posted a while back, just doing a little catch up. I watched both of these trailers. You already know Team Black, what it is. Who's Team Green? I don't fucking know, but I guess they exist. According to the comment sections of these videos, because I looked, because I was like, ain't no fucking way. And there's a bunch of people. It's so genius, too, because there were people fighting in the comments, like, go back to your own trailer. Like, go back to your trailer.
It's all in good fun.
No, it is.
Man. It is.
It is, and I genuinely love it. Oh, Paladin, no, he's doing me a favor right here. He's baiting me. He knows I fucking love this shit. Stephen Moffat returning to Doctor Who. Bro, the Doctor Who trailer? I know it's Doctor Who time. I'm sorry.
It's Doctor Who time. Thank you guys so much.
No, it's just Doctor Who. It's Doctor Who.
I will be seeing you guys in the next Wednesday community live stream. Love you guys.
It's called the Doctor Who 10. It's called the Doctor Who 10 minutes.
It's never 10. Love you guys.
Let me just say 2.
Have a good night. Have a good day.
Can you set a timer for
I'm
60
not a
seconds?
hater. I'm not a hater for Doctor Who, by the way. I'm actually really excited for the season. But
okay.
He's so pissed. Tony's getting restless. He's tearing things apart.
If he's tearing things apart, if it's really because of Tony and it's not because of Doctor Who.
I was literally joking. But he is actually being destructive because we've been
Tony,
live for almost 3 hours. I feel bad. Tony!
Okay, you can go check on him for a bit.
Just
It's okay.
Just give me just let's see how he
you could
responds to that.
Okay. Quattro.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I gotta get it all out before she gets back. Quattro gifted 1 volume 1 podcast membership. Shout out Quattro. You're the fucking GOAT. You're the GOAT. And I'm gonna be there. Hold up a little tablet for the graduation, and I'm gonna be on the tablet like that, clapping. Thank you, Quattro. Jonathan R with a super chat. Let's go. Lisan Al Gaib. Megan. Oh shit, where's my other sound? I forgot I had it. Lisan Al Gaib. Megan. You're gonna enjoy Godzilla X Kong. It's a fun watch, good enough to hold you over until you get that PS5, subtle PS5 reminder, LOL, but for real, the movie is definitely good. I'm gonna read that to her when she gets back. Roland V Dub, she'll be back. Brandon King said it's time for Doctor Who, spelled Thyme. It's just going to be real quick, dude. I'm excited. They came out with a new trailer. I'm telling you, if you've never seen Doctor Who in your life, just watch the trailer. Watch this new trailer. It looks like a movie. It looks like, in all my years as a Doctor Who fan, I never expected to see Doctor Who with this kind of budget, with these kind of visual effects. It looks crazy. I'm going to just, I know that there's not a lot of people who maybe care or whatever. I'll keep it fast. The timer is set for whenever Megan gets back. I have to cut myself off no matter where I'm at. But let me see. Doctor Who, I can't play it. It's going to get copyright. So let me see if I can find some screenshots or something. Come on. Let me see if I can play. This is like 10 seconds or some shit like that. Look at this shit. Hold on. I swear to God, Disney, if you do anything, if you do I'm not gonna even play it with sound. That's how scared I am. But look at this one. Oh, it's got sound. This is one shot of the TARDIS coming in. sliding into unit headquarters. What the fuck? That's what I'm talking about. It's got a crazy budget. The story's going to go off. This is a time in science fiction media that people are going to be talking about for good or bad reasons in the future. You could be a part of that. You could be a part of that and said, I was there for it. Okay. It comes out next month. I think it's like on the 9th or 10th or 11th or something like that. And people were pissed, bro. People were pissed at the BBC because now they got this new international deal. Disney Plus is involved, or Disney is involved. So it's going to be airing at midnight in the UK, as opposed to its normal broadcast time, which I believe was around like dinner time. And I guess network television is a bit of a bigger deal there than it is here. So people were pissed. They felt like it was a very disrespectful move to give what they felt was the prime time slot to the West, to people in the United States, as opposed to people in the UK. But I think everybody's over it. I don't know.
Sorry.
You're back.
We'll see for how long.
And that's my time. That's my time. Moffat is coming back. He was one of my, don't get me wrong, I love the other showrunner, Russell T. Davies, the guy who's in charge of this series, but Moffat, shit. A lot of people said that Moffat, made Doctor Who a dark fairy tale, but I like that. I loved his writing. He made the Doctor sound so fucking like a force. Beautiful. Anyway, I could go on, but I will respect my my own words and my own promise. I will honor that, and I will stop. I think we're pretty much caught up. There was some other stuff. There's like the Acolyte stuff, which is like fucking. People are fucking haters. People are fucking losers.
Everyone's a hater.
Everyone is.
Look at me.
I mean, I'm a hater too. I mean, I can't even lie. I'm a hater.
It runs in my veins. Okay. And I can't help it, but that Steve shit brings it out.
I guess that's a good point. I guess we're all haters.
In different capacities.
But bro, you know what got me so fucking heated about this shit, bro? First of all, I had no idea the show was coming out. No idea. And the trailer dropped. I was like, okay, what the fuck is this? I watched it. I was like, oh my God, this shit looks fucking amazing. It looks like a Star Wars story that I've never ever seen before. It almost doesn't even look or feel like Star Wars at times, which is to me a good thing. It feels like it's still set in the world of Star Wars, but with characters and sort of like pair-ups and like all these things I never seen before.
Right.
So I'm fucking lit off my ass, and this is what always happens to me. And I'm sure it happens to other people too. I'm lit off my fucking asshole, and then what do? What mistake do I make? I go into the fucking comments.
Yeah.
Biggest mistake in the world. Unless it's a volume 1 video, and depending on what kind of volume 1 video it is, never go into the comments. Because the moment I go into the comments, I see is hate. Everybody's saying, talking about the Kathleen Kennedy, the Kathleen Kennedy thing from South Park, which was an episode of South Park me and Megan both watched, that me and Megan both laughed at, and me and Megan both thought was very funny, but seems to be like a lot of people are misunderstanding the joke. They don't get the joke. They don't get the nuance to what was actually being said in that episode. But that's neither here nor there. They're making the Kathleen Kennedy joke. They're saying that everybody in the movie is a woman or a person of color, and it's just some fucking, it's bait. It's bait. It's fucking woke. It's fucking this. It's fucking that. And then I just got angry. Angry. And I was just alone in a room with a phone, angry. I'm not even saying this show's going to be good, but Trinity from The Matrix is apparently the main character. It just looks fucking different. It looks fresh.
Interesting.
And I'm not. All my chips aren't in on this. I'm not fucking. This is not a hill I'm willing to die on. That the hill that like Acolyte is going to be amazing. Because I don't know, but I'm just saying from the trailer alone, I was very intrigued, and that says a lot considering where I have been with the franchise lately. And I haven't been out on Star Wars for any other reason than, you know, Mandalorian and all these other fucking shows. They were just like, they were losing the things that made them what they were in the first place. And it just seemed like it was getting a little lazy and not as like hype as it once was, and so on and so forth. But anyway, that's my little acolyte rant. You know what I mean? Give me the love it. That's from Doctor Who. We're back. We're talking. This is Doctor Who. The Doctor Who 10 is back. Josh forgot his super chat promise. Oh fuck. Sorry, Megan. Jonathan R had a comment for you. Sorry. Fuck. I'll reread it now because I'm a man of my word. Jonathan R said, Lisana Al-Gaib, Megan, you're going to enjoy Godzilla X Kong. It's a fun watch, good enough to hold you over until you get that PS5. Subtle PS5 reminder. LOL. But for real, the movie is definitely good.
I'm excited. I don't know when I'll be able to see it, but maybe when it comes to streaming at some point.
Yeah, I want to see it so bad. I mean, it's not going to be like -1, but...
No, yeah, I just want to see it.
Same. You want to get on the hate train, though. One thing I can join you on, if we are on the hate train, is my feelings toward another movie, speaking of movies that we recently watched, a movie called Imaginary, a horror movie about an imaginary friend that just came out, Blumhouse.
Cool concept, AI written script.
The script was fucking AI.
It had to have been.
I know it.
It really had to have been.
It was the...
Like, it's not even... It was like probably one of the most phoned in, like movies script wise that I've ever seen. I'm really trying to think of another movie, like even like a movie like Trolls 2 had a better script than this movie. Yeah. It was the most like paint by numbers reaction to characters. Like it was not real people talking. It was I don't know. I don't know. I don't know either. It was awful, dude. I don't know if anybody else went to the theater and wasted their money on that movie, but if you did, I am so sorry. The only thing I wanted to imagine was a world where I never saw that movie because it was that bad. It was really bad.
It was bad. And it like the trailer looked kind of good. It looked okay. And I was like, okay.
It'll be kind of like, I thought it was going to be a movie like a Megan, you know? It was like kind of like fun, but like actually like decent. I could watch it. I'm entertained.
Yes. But it was not good.
No, it was not that.
James. Let's go, James.
James. Thank you.
When you do get a PS5, check out Outlast Trails.
Trails?
Yeah.
Oh, we recently just watched let me look that up actually before I...
Did I say Trails? Trials.
You said Trails.
Grant said, gotta go. Love you guys. Keep hating. Will do, brother.
Ooh, is this a VR?
Well, let me look at it.
You know me, I love a good horror game.
You do?
Yep. They get me scared.
Just kidding.
They get me scared. It looks cool. It looks like VR, but maybe it's just the guy in the like outfit. I don't think it's actually VR. But I definitely want to check it out. I want to play. I literally want to play any game on the fucking PS5. Yes. I want to be a gamer again.
I know.
I want to be a gamer again.
You know what it is? And I think everybody here can agree.
What?
I think we can all agree.
What?
I wish we lived in some sort of barter system because money is a fucking bitch.
That's true.
Money is a fucking bitch. And I feel like
it's a cruel mistress.
It's a cruel mistress that I feel like we can all...
Well, I think that we live in one of the more expensive states.
That's true too.
So I think that money is more of a bitch to us because we pay more for a lot of things. And California, I think they're just trying to push everyone out who can't afford to live here anymore because, yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's bad. And I wish I could say, hey, I'll make you a Shaka helmet, Soge King mask. I wish I could use a skill that I have, which I guess I could. You could open up like an Etsy shop or something. That's what people do.
No, exactly. That's what you have to do.
But why can't I just barter?
Go to Burning Man.
But no one's gonna be bartering. I mean, if it's gonna be like
they barter more like drugs.
Yes, what I was gonna say.
They barter drugs. Well, that's just like any festival. I feel like any rave, true. You're bartering shit.
That's true.
Not for money.
But a PS5, every coin, every dollar in the jar, in the fund helps. Gets a step closer. Gets us a step closer.
That'd be fun. And we also recently finished 3 Body Problem.
3 Body Problem,
which is on Netflix, and that was very good.
Bro, did you guys watch? I mean, I think it was by the Game of Thrones guys or something.
No.
Like that.
Oh, the show?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think. Because there was a lot of
spoilers.
Because there was a lot of Game of Thrones. You didn't see anything.
I saw everything. What the fuck?
You didn't see anything. Fuck. Because there was a lot of Game of Thrones actors in it. Anyway, it was awesome. It's based off of a science fiction book called 3 Body Problem. It is, I think, the concept.
Yeah, and no spoilers, by the way.
Okay, no spoilers. But it's there are a lot of concepts that I think are very interesting. And I do get the sense, having never read the book, that these are things that are like very streamlined for the sake of a show. Although the show at times does do a pretty good job of explaining some of these like concepts, especially as it gets later into the series. But even still, I do feel like it has been like very streamlined so that more people can understand it and it's easier to show in like live action. But I had a really good time with it. I thought it was interesting. The group of characters that it follows, I feel like were, to me, the part of it that like I didn't connect with the most. I feel like I connected with like other elements of the show more than I connected with them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I kind of liked how they were kind of not likable. Okay. Because they were like scientists. They're not supposed to be charming. They're not supposed to be, I don't know, have the biggest personalities. I'm not saying that the actors were bad at acting, because they were good. I just think that like, yeah, it's just, they're kind of in a different world and you're supposed to feel that.
Yeah.
You're like not your average person, not your average Joe.
That's true. I mean, that's true. But I think for me, it was more like the physics, the science. Like it was all of those things that I found like most interesting. And when we were getting things about like the solutions to the problems that were arising, and even the problems themselves, like what they like meant and how they were even achieved, that shit was really cool and really interesting. And then the concept of the 3 Body Problem at all being the title of the show, being the title of the book, it's pretty interesting. I think it has something to do with like the gravitational like pulls or fields of large bodies of I think essentially it speaks of like suns specifically in this context, because
no,
I'm trying to
spoilers. Okay, that's a spoiler.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Because the 3 Body Problem is
they don't show that until later.
But it is a concept.
But it's a reveal.
It's the title of the show, and it is an actual physics problem. And I'm not saying anything about the show. I'm just saying about like the actual like physics 3 Body Problem. It's just they're uncalculable, I think. Like when you get 3 bodies into an equation, it's impossible to calculate and can cause certain things. Okay, Megan, I
Right.
didn't spoil anything. I didn't spoil anything.
Have you seen? We got a comment from Beautiful Lie. Physical 100 season 2 has been lit. It's on Netflix. You know what that is?
Mm-mm.
I believe it's a Korean show. It is a reality competition where 100 contestants in top physical shape compete in several of grueling challenges to claim honor and cash reward as the last one standing. And these people are like beasts. These people are like JoJo physique. Like everyone is fucking ripped. Everyone is challenging one another to see who like is the most physically fit, who is the winner. And there's some crazy fucking challenges, like where they have to like hang on to like bars and shit.
Like Ninja Warrior.
It is kind of like Ninja Warrior, but it's just all about strength.
Okay. But it's a reality show?
It's a reality competition show.
Competition show. Okay.
And I was going to start it because I heard that it was good and the second season has been good. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, it's just, it's cool. I'd imagine it's cool to see like what the human body is capable of doing.
It looks like Ninja Warrior meets American Gladiator, you know?
Oh, American Gladiator is kind of like that too, huh? I forgot about that fucking show. That was like everything.
But it's like it's like in a freaking Squid Games warehouse.
No, it really
shit.
is like
What the
Squid Game.
hell?
It's like Squid Game type fucking show, challenges and shit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have literally never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Wow. That's crazy.
They had a cosplay this season. He was Zoro, a cosplayer.
Whoa, I'm gonna just look that up.
I'm gonna just look that scene up.
Physical 100 Zoro.
Loro.
That's crazy. Physical 100 Zoro.
Bop, 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 bop.
Oh, I see it. But this is like Hassan reacting to it.
Whoa!
I'm gonna have to watch Hassan react to it. A reaction of a reaction.
Let me look it up on Twitter. I'm sure I could find it.
Whoa, that's cool though, dude. He's even got the sword in his mouth and everything. That's crazy. We're out here, dude. We're fucking out here. And I don't even just mean One Piece fans. I mean Zoro stans. Just kidding. I love them all.
Here.
I love them all. All the Straw Hats equally. And you can hold me to that. Oh, you're on Twitter, huh? That would have been that's smarter. You're right. Megan, you're so freaking smart.
I know. I bookmarked it. Bra, 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 bra.
Damn! Guy's got a chest on him.
Zoro got them boobs. Okay.
But I'm gonna say too, this shit looks mad airbrushed. Like,
well, cosplay.
no, I know, but he's like already jacked, and I get it. Like you want to airbrush your muscles to make them even more defined. But bro, like
That's why muscle competitions, they tan themselves.
yeah.
So that you could see every like outline of every muscle.
Yeah.
Which is like fucking crazy.
Like, bro, you're already jacked. Like
It's for the effect. He's cosplaying. Don't you know about makeup and cosplay?
I do know about makeup and cosplay.
Don't you know about makeup and cosplay?
And I have used the airbrush technique on my muscles because they don't exist.
I don't know if it's a proportion of the picture, but it looks like his
Yeah.
forearms are really tiny.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It looks like he has like really small hands.
Looks photoshopped.
But there's some more in there if you want to.
I'm just saying, dude, it make don't take away like
Don't take away what? He's only adding. I don't know if that's just airbrush. That shit look real. Okay.
but that's the thing. It is real.
It's
and is airbrush.
whoa. That's Zoro.
That is Zoro, dude.
That's fucking Zoro.
Don't let McKinney see these pictures, okay? Don't let him.
Damn.
It's my new avatar right here. That's me.
Ay,
That's me.
shit.
What is this Lil Wayne thing you got? Money on my mind.
Oh, it just came up on the feed and I was like, oh, Josh probably like that.
I will. I
Yeah,
will. I would
know.
like that.
I know, that's why I saved
I'm gonna watch
it.
that later. Actually. Oh, there was some like Zatch Bell stuff that you bookmarked too. About there possibly being an English publisher they're kind of like in negotiations with a company that might publish Zatch Bell in English, which finally can we fucking have one? Damn, I was looking at the Spanish versions. They got color spreads and everything. And we don't even have the fucking black and white volumes.
It's true. Not at all.
If you're looking for Rex, I can suggest the Unwanted Undead Adventurer. Okay, pal.
Unwanted Undead Adventurer.
Tested. Look at Josh's tier list. All the Straw Hats on S tier equal to him. Don't look into what I'm saying. Just take it for what it is. Just take it for what it is. It's the truth. It's the truth. I love them all equally. I've never done a tier list video before. Oh damn! You know what? Like has been coming up a lot on like Netflix's recommendations. I don't think it's not this. It's something else. But it's like a retelling, a fairy tale like retelling series where it looks like they're doing like the classics like Cinderella, but in this version, Cinderella is the crazy one, and you remember that one that came up? Mm-hmm. It looked kind of cool.
It's not out yet.
Oh, okay, it's not out yet. But this looks kind of interesting. I'm intrigued. I like this skeleton.
I like this this character. I like this character.
No, I like the skeleton guy.
Oh, that's a real skeleton?
I mean, look at his face. Let's see if I can just turn the chat off for now so people can see what we're seeing.
Wait, is it like a real skeleton like that?
I think. Look at his face.
Like his face looks like that?
You like that, though. That's how you like him. That's how you like him. Undead. He's got hair. A skeleton with hair.
Interesting.
It is interesting. I will give you that.
Very interesting.
Bookmark that. Save that for later. I'm looking over our agenda here. We got Mehgans Rant. Check. Imaginary Sucks. Check.
Check. Let me see. Why is it not coming up? Let me see where it's at. It's not coming up.
I mean, we kind of covered everything. I wanted to talk a little bit about. We should have like a book club segment where we give updates.
Sure.
About our books.
I haven't read, so I don't have any updates.
Oh, the Grimm Variations.
The Grimm Variations. It comes out on April 17th.
Great name, because that's like exactly what the show is about. Like, it's about Grimm fairy tale variations of those stories. Variation.
And it looks pretty good.
It does. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna even lie. It looks good.
Oh, I have been watching a new K-drama. I just finished Dr. Slump, and now I've moved on to Juvenile Justice, which came out, I think, like 2 years ago. It's pretty good. Then I'm going to move on to probably Parasite after that one because I'm almost done with that one. And then maybe I'll check out Queen of Tears. Has anyone watched that yet? It seems intriguing. I just don't know how I feel about it yet, based off of the trailers that I've seen. Those are from a K-drama. I
had Steve pulled up. Yeah, you not took a break, but I think you did, need a little something in between because you were going hard on the K-dramas. You were going hard.
Yeah, because it was like, I never watched them before, so.
You had a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, I did.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What are all... I'm going through all these tabs to make sure that we covered everything we wanted to cover, but I think we did. I think that's it.
Yeah, Jonathan Art is a K-drama. I can't see him. He's fucking FNAFing me right now. I'm switching the cameras, you guys. It's like, as soon as the camera battery's running low, and he's gonna fucking jump scare me on the fucking cameras.
Tony?
Yeah, I can't see him. He's in the blind. He's in the blind spot.
Oh shit.
Tony. I see him now.
I heard him.
Yeah, he was being
fucking
bad.
with his mat.
He was being bad. But I think
But I
that's
think that
it.
is it.
I think that's it.
Look, we just wanted to catch up. We just wanted to let you know what we've been up to, what we've been doing, and to just chill with you guys for a little bit. Definitely share this new series that we hope is going to continue to be as good as the first chapter was. So
maybe we'll do like we said, we'll do a little book club. And
once you start reading some more of your book, is that what you mean?
No, I mean for this.
Oh, okay.
I mean for this series.
I gotta find out. I gotta look and make sure to see if it is monthly or it is weekly. I wouldn't mind if it was monthly, though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in.
Can I say this?
Oh no.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. There's gonna be a lot of shit coming up that isn't necessarily like I'm talking about like for community live stuff.
There's a lot of shit
that isn't necessarily anime related, but I would love to talk about on a community live. For example, Fallout is coming out today. I would love to hear you talk about it, give your thoughts on it.
Sure. Well, I'm not going to be able to watch until Saturday.
Well, we're not going to do another community live until Wednesday.
Well, I'm not going to be able to watch until Saturday.
Just watch it and then rewatch it.
I can't do that to my father.
You don't think he's going to do that?
If he does, I
can guarantee you he's already... This is what Megan's dad does. I guarantee you he's already watched it on his phone. Like he's put it on his phone on the way, like either to or from work, and he's already watched it.
And it's like the worst quality.
Yes.
It's like someone recording scenes, and he's like, "Oh, I watched it."
It's a screen recording that he's watching too.
No, but like it's someone recording a screen. Like it's not even as good as a screen recording. He's like he just doesn't care.
And you're gonna wait because this is what's gonna happen.
Okay, I'm gonna tell him to wait. He better wait. And everyone else who's coming to that freaking Fallout, I wanted to throw like a Fallout. I want to do it. I just am fucking so broke right now. But maybe I can make something work. Maybe I can
get some Nuka-Cola.
Maybe I can
some crab cakes. What are they called?
Marilek.
There you go.
Cakes, sugar bombs.
That'd be cool.
Rad roach sticks, squirrel bits.
Is that poop? Is that squirrel poop?
No, it's squirrel.
Oh, bits of squirrel. The ghouls eat that, huh?
No, people eat them.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sound like I know more about Fallout than I do.
Mm.
I'm a vault dweller. That's why.
Yeah. You really are. I'm just kidding. That's
anyway.
Not the worst thing.
I also like that free run idea you pitched earlier. I think that'd be fun too.
We can do a free run stream later.
Anyway, guys, stay tuned for that Adulting in Anime with Randy coming out soon. More Code Geass should be coming out soon. I gotta jump into the edit literally right after the shit. Right after the shit, gotta jump into the Code Geass, gotta jump into the Randy edit so that those can come out ASAP.
ASAP, Rocky.
ASAP. Power Vision, we're streaming with him on Thursday, I believe.
Thursday, I think at 10 a.m. our time.
Yeah, it's gonna be early our time.
Early. So stop on by. I think he might already have it scheduled. Maybe he don't.
Should we look? Let's just look.
Sure. I mean, who knows?
Part usually does, though.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
my
Megan.
God.
Part usually does. He schedules shit way.
Not Josh cutting off Megan singing. I know. He literally always does that.
Okay, go ahead. Sing.
Anytime I sing,
go ahead.
like,
Literally, go ahead.
we'll be like, listen to a song, and I'll be singing along, and he'll turn up the volume to the fucking music because I'm just that fucking just
No, literally?
awful.
Go ahead.
Literally, why would I go ahead now? It feels like disrespectful now. Paladin Berserker Jedi, thank you for the member comment and being a member. We love you. You do know that Amazon dropped all Fallout episodes today for the outro. King Kong Ain't Got Nothing on Me.
Wait,
that's the outro.
They dropped all of them?
I guess they're all out. Yeah. So I have to stay really off of social media.
You're a fuck.
I don't want to see it.
Okay, don't look.
Don't. Why would you? I don't trust him.
But I just, can I please just see? Don't look though. Don't look. I thought they were doing like a weekly thing.
No. Well, we didn't. That was never confirmed.
I mean, I just assumed.
Well, assume makes a fucking ass out of you and me.
And I want to see if they're all
and
out.
that's what they say.
Okay.
Ooh, I want some like fried chicken. That sounds so bomb.
Don't look.
Tony, you are so cutie. You are my baby. Yes, you are.
Okay, I'm not logged in.
you're
Anyway,
cute.
that's crazy. So we have to have a watch party. We have to watch all of them.
Oh my.
Does that change things? Are we gonna watch all of them? Can we?
No, we can't watch all of them. No, we can't. No, we can't.
I wasn't gonna cut you off that time. I was leaning back. So go ahead. I mean, you said I cut you off, so I just wanted to give you the floor. You know, if you really wanted to belt. All right. What was the outro? I liked it. What was it?
King Kong got nothing on me.
King Kong got nothing on me.
Is that something?
I think it's from the Training Day. I think is the movie.
Oh.
I think it's from Training Day. They all come out at 6. Damn it! That changes everything. Stream. Fallout stream.
No!
Just kidding. Okay.
What?
King Kong ain't got nothing.
You can do a Fallout stream. I'm going to wait for...
Your dad, I know.
Yeah, for the person who wants to see it with me.
Fucking shots fired. Thank you, Money. Shout out Money. Sending good vibes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Money. Thank you,
Love
everybody.
you guys.
All right. The only thing left to do, get out of here. Outro. Always same. Never changes. You know what it is. We already got it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for just chilling, for vibing, for being fucking cool as fuck, cool as shit, for being fucking just the best. The fucking best. Can Giga Chad apply to like everybody? Is that like gender neutral? Can we make that gender neutral, or is there like another version of that?
I think it could be gender neutral. Like, dude is like...
Yeah. Like, I'm a dude. She's a dude. We're all dudes. Good burger shit. I feel you. I feel what you're doing there.
I don't like the Good Burger
All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us. And until next time, King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
I don't know what Training Day is at
Training Day
all.
is so fucking good. I think it's Ethan Hawke, I believe, and Denzel.
I didn't know how it went at all.
Bro, that shit is such a fucking good movie. It might be one of Denzel's best movies.
Interesting.
It's that good.